Sometimes Shirley listens in
In Midvale.
in Midvale.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Now that song is certainly apropos for anything that's going on today.
Sure.
But is Peter Garrett okay?
He's fine.
He's just fine.
He's gonna have a little birthday cake today, Bill.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. How old is Peter?
He's 73.
There you go.
73 years old. Peter Garrett, and I'm guessing still surfing, still going strong.
Yeah, he strikes me as one of those active seniors.
Yeah, still blowing snot rockets.
Yep.
I just never will forget seeing him do that. Midnight Oil. I never really thought about the name of the band.
Like burning the midnight oil.
Yeah, burning the midnight oil. I just sort of never, that it implied. It was back in before we had electricity. People used candles and lamps and things like that, and then the term became, well, it's somebody who is dedicated, really dedicated. They'll burn the midnight oil to get their project done. Mm-hmm. A dedication and sacrifice, suggesting that somebody is putting in extra effort to meet a deadline or complete an important task. And then that song is certainly all about never giving up and staying dedicated, and you're getting pushed to the wall, but don't back down. And it's
And he's certainly done that throughout his career. We've talked about Peter Garrett a lot on the show because we like Midnight Oil, but lots of political.
well, he's a member of the
activism.
Parliament for a while.
Yeah, he was Labour Party.
Yeah,
This is all in Australia, obviously.
yeah, and he was, and the band was always, just always very political. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Oh, he was also the education minister
Oh, really?
from 2010 to 2013.
Teaching all that stuff that would make people uncomfortable, I'm guessing.
I wonder how he got along, being a member of the
He
Parliament.
was reelected.
Yeah, but I wonder how he got along with the other
other-
members of the Parliament. I would think he didn't suffer fools very much.
And he chose to not run anymore. It's not like he got voted out. He retired.
I wonder if there must be. I'll bet there's a biography of Peter Garrett.
I'm sure,
somewhere.
yeah.
Probably.
I love this song.
I only picked it because we play it a bit.
Fairly often.
Yeah, so thought I'd give you something that you don't usually
No, I'm glad
hear.
you did. Yeah.
My God is stretched out, it is crunched up and broken. My life that is lived is no more than a token. Who strike the flint upon the stone and tell me why?
He does have a memoir
Memoir.
called Big Blue Sky.
Oh, there you go.
Peter Garrett's memoir. Oh, and you can, the audiobook, he voiced it.
Oh, really?
You
Oh,
can
now that'd
hear-
be worth it right
Yeah,
there.
that's cool.
Well, this is sad about his early life. His father died from an asthma attack when when Peter was in his teens. His mother died in a fire at the family home. Peter managed to escape the fire, but his mother was asleep upstairs, and he was unable to rescue her. That'd leave a mark.
Yeah.
A Bad Brad Whaler said, I thought Carrie picked it for the harmonica.
Yeah, sure. That's it. Sure, Brad.
We know you're listening in the morning, Brad.
You got it.
I like it says that as a performer, he's known for his signature bald head, his eccentric dance style, and a mesmerizing onstage presence. It's true.
That's true. You can't take your eye off of it.
Ed Brass says also he champion of indigenous people.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's what Beds Are Burning is
Yeah.
about.
This is the roaring years, the fall
he claimed when he was, this is interesting, in his autobiography and in a documentary about him, he said that he'd been handed a bribe, an envelope containing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in cash by a representative of Clubs at NSW, whatever that is, some business, and at a function following the 2004 election. He subsequently retracted his allegation. He said, no, it was not an envelope full of cash. It was a check.
Ah,
Oh, so it was still a bribe.
it's very different. Yeah.
Don't put me up on your bedroom wall. Call me king of the mountain.
There are a couple other birthdays today, a couple other
there
directions
were?
we could have gone.
No, there couldn't have been any other.
Well, Jerry Rafferty's birthday,
Oh, Baker Street.
stuck in the middle. Also, Dave Perner from Soul Asylum, his birthday today.
Okay.
And the biggest one, little Jimmy Osmond.
The
Born-
biggest one?
He's
He's a local boy.
Local
A
boy.
local boy made good. Jimmy Osmond. Is Jimmy still with us?
Well, I wondered that. I was telling Carrie this morning about all the birthdays, and I said, "Oh, Jimmy," and I'm like, "Did he?" I feel like we lost Jimmy, but then I looked it up. Jimmy had 2 strokes. That's why I thought we lost
Aha.
Jimmy, but he's still with us.
Is Meryl still with us?
Have we?
I think so.
We've lost
Have we
a-
lost?
We've lost a couple of Osmonds along the way, haven't we?
George and Oliver, long gone.
Well, yeah.
No.
I think Meryl's still.
Donnie still with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I was at the airport getting my baggage
What,
off the
just
baggage
recently?
carousel. Yeah, when I went to Hawaii, Bill, just recently. And they have a screen over it where their ads run, and there's an ad at the Salt Lake Airport for Donny Osmond's show in Vegas.
Yeah.
The sparkly jacket, and he's dancing.
Still
and-
going. Did it make you want to say, let's take a flight to Vegas right now?
Woman.
You've been as constant as an
That's the only thing I think of in this song. hang out till I get a woman.
Okay.
It's been you, woman.
Woman. Why would he do
I
that?
don't know.
Human.
She is woman. I am human.
This is my way of telling.
This isn't Jimmy Osmond for those
No,
of
this
you
is
who
Jerry
don't.
Rafferty.
Jerry Rafferty. I'm looking at the Jimmy Osmond playlist, and there's just nothing there for you.
He's,
Trust me.
Are you sure?
there's no reason to
Sure.
go there.
One thing?
Okay, let's go with the number 1.
Oh, God. Jimmy.
I don't even know what this is. His number 1 hit.
We're kind of breaking up. We're kind of saying goodbye.
No, thank you.
See you, Jimmy.
Told you. Yeah.
No,
Told
thank
you.
you.
Nothing there for you.
Nothing.
Trust me.
No,
Yeah.
you were right.
This has been Farting Around with Carrie, Bill, and Gina on X96, Radio from Hell.
Yeah, okay, we'll take a break here. And then we'll come back and you can check in with us. 877-602-9696 is the number. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We like to hear from you. So 877-602-9696. Please check in. We just enjoy your presence in the morning. You can also text us if you'd like. That's another way to do it. It's 33986.
Hey, this is Travis. I was listening to
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Hey, he was great, wasn't he, ladies and James? Pegleg Johnson, the one-legged stand-up comic. We're going to have him back real soon. And don't go away, folks, because in just a few minutes, you're going to be laughing your butts off with our headliner, Gallagher! Gallagher! You know, the guy with the watermelons? Yeah, well, anyway, it's time for a special treat here at Bananas, the best comedy club in a shopping mall in downtown Sheboygan. Please welcome the comedy stylings of Little Tommy Little, the 3-year-old stand-up comic!
Thank you, folks. It's great to be here. Now, stop me if you've heard this one. Why did the little moron saw his toilet in half?
Get off the stage!
I'm sorry. Uh-oh, mister.
What?
Mister, is that a bug in your drink?
Where?
Made you look, made you stare, made you lose your underwear, stupid head booger face. Poo-poo pee-pee.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Cheers, everybody. Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
All right, 621. Let's get this over.
Okay, why don't you do what that guy said and check in with us by calling 877-602-9696 or by texting 33986. You can do that. We can talk to you, say good morning, all of that. The moon is 1.4% of full. It's essentially a new moon. The new moon will rise today at 7:39 p.m., today being Thursday. It's the 16th day of April in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2026. It's National Angel Day. The word angel comes from the Greek word angelos, which means, or maybe it's angelos, which means messenger. And I don't know how many of them can dance on the head of a pin. I'm not sure. It's National Auctioneer's Day. That's from the Greek word, I've got $10, do I hear 15? It's Save the Elephant Day.
Yay.
Elephants are, in fact, the largest existing land animals spread across Africa and Asia, and they are always endangered. People are jerks. People are awful to elephants. Yep. It's Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. Yeah, sure. Do that. Just wear your pajamas to work. See how that goes. And it's Celebrate Teen Literature Day. And sometimes you're beaten to the core. Sometimes the face is going to fall. But you don't give in. You listen to the all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. It's Kerry Jackson. I'm Bill Allred. That's Gina Barberi. We are the Lords of Morning Radio. We are also known as, occasionally, the Sons of the Soil and the Kentucky Colonels. Katie for short is our fine producer. She is there. Hi, Katie. Who's there? Oh, it's Lakai.
Have we officially met Lakai
No,
yet?
no,
Maybe
we
we
haven't.
can do that today.
No, we have. You haven't even said hi to her.
I sure have, haven't I, Lakai?
Have you? And I had a really long conversation with her that lasted 35 seconds. The dog Vax is there in the booth as well, and nobody is sleeping in the back, I guess. All right, we'll go to your check-ins, 877-602-9696. You can do it. It's our buddy up in Idaho Falls there. It's Brody.
Brody is
on line
here.
1. Hi, Brody. How are things in Idaho Falls today?
Morning, Lords. Things are well. It's overcasty, rainy, and actually starting to turn into snow a little bit.
Yeah, that's coming our way.
What's up?
But I just wanted to call and say thank you for yesterday, because after your first break, you played Private Idaho, and that's when my alarm went off. I was like, oh, it's just for me.
It was. We actually talked about it before we did.
Yeah.
We got to wake Brody up.
Well, I better make sure Brody doesn't oversleep today.
I can't. I'm biting the bullet and getting my Idaho's driver's license today.
Oh, wow.
That means you're committed.
Why are you doing that? Why
Do you have to?
do you have to do it, or
I have to. The law says within 90 days of living in Idaho, you have to get a driver's license for Idaho, and I've been here for 3 years, so I got to do it.
I may want to get on that.
They're going to
little overdue.
arrest you at the DMV when you get there.
are you worried?
I'm not worried, but if you don't hear me call in tomorrow, then I'm
Well,
probably in
okay.
jail.
You know what, Brody? As I recall, you're really into doing barbecue and all of that kind of stuff. Is that right?
I do, yes.
Yeah. You can try and bribe the DMV officials with barbecued treats.
Oh, yeah.
Do that.
That'd be a good idea. If the cops are there, I'll just say, hey, I'll got some different picks for you.
Yeah, got some brisket for you. Thanks for checking in with us, Brody. Nice to hear from you.
Thank you, Lords. Thanks for
All
letting
right.
me listen.
Thank you. Let's see. Text check-ins. Egg from Ogden really don't want to do today.
You can do it, Egg.
Let's see. I'm driving. Sent from my car. Okay. You're arguing with a bot. All right. It's an automatic return reply that says don't drive and text at the same time.
Yeah.
Zane in Dallas checking in. Sometimes Mill Creek Coffee goes good with Gina's birthday.
Happy birthday, Gina.
Yeah,
Did you get
it's not my
Did you
birthday.
get Mill Creek coffee,
not.
of course. Delicious Mill Creek coffee, which we're having. I had some early this morning. I forget which blend it was, but it was dark, very dark blend of Mill Creek coffee.
I'm finishing up my current blend that I got, but I'm starting tomorrow with Timor.
With what?
Timor.
Timor blend?
What is that?
It's a country.
Oh, the country
As
of
in
Timor.
East Timor?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
I only think
Timor.
of it as East Timor. Are there other Timors?
Yeah, there's a West Timor,
okay.
a South Timor, and a North Timor. It only stands to reason.
Good friend of the program, Allison Sabo, taking another stab at making Mama Barberry's sauce today.
Oh,
Glad I finally found a pasta sauce recipe.
this would be good pasta sauce weather the next couple of days.
Inspector Chet checking in. Thanks for Midnight Oil. Bus driver Troy. Johnny B checking in, listening discreetly at Sills Cafe in Layton while enjoying their mini breakfast with a scone.
We did our show from Sills Cafe once when we used to do things.
Years and years and years ago, I used to, when I was in like high school or college, I worked for a bakery and I delivered rolls and other items to Sills Cafe.
Mike in Nashville checking in. Adam says, great way to start the show. I am now going to have to go down a midnight oil hole sometime
It's a
today.
good hole to go down.
Sketchy Blake of Ogden checking in from Walnut Creek, California.
Gina, there's an East Timor and a West Timor is all.
Okay.
We can't afford a north. Oh.
Apparently, it's a small island, but somewhere in the Pacific.
Good morning from government worker Alan. Also my son Ash's birthday and my daughter Gabby's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Dirty Cliff, things have been a bit off since Sunday. Did we change universes again?
I don't know.
Sleepless and Sandy checking in. A. Arlo Gumby checking in. Midnight Oil, always a great way to start the day. I'm angry I've never seen them. Wow, Gumby. I've seen them like 3 times.
I just saw them once at the Salt Palace.
Weber State Professor Jake. Your date is wrong on YouTube.
Okay. We'll look at that.
Okay. Kelly and the Shih Tzus in Centerville. Meshach of Erda. Jamaica John. Melissa, the recovering Texan, checking in. Colorado Tony here. Thanks for the Midnight Oil sampler this morning.
You're very welcome.
Tristan from the most west of Jordans. Chef Roy checking in. Good morning, Lords. Educational farting around this morning for me. Never was a Donny Osmond fan, but saw his show in Vegas, and wow, I even saved a piece of purple confetti from it.
Oh, wow, huh?
Well, if you were never a fan, I'd be interested to know why you went to the show. Probably dragged there by somebody else.
But interesting that you can not be a fan and go, oh, now I get Donnie now.
Or you got free tickets from the casino.
Yeah. I've done that I've talked about Carrot Head. Never
Carrot Top?
Or Carrot Top. Carrot Head.
Old Carrot Head.
His dad was Carrot Head. At Carrot Top, and I never thought I would like him, but it was a cheap ticket, so we went, and he was really good at what he does.
Shouldn't he have green hair, though?
If he's a carrot, this is a good point.
The thought. Cindy of Sunset checking in. Dave of Westbrook. Michaela Verino wishing you a very lovely Friday Eve. Tim the Tree Guy. Sid from Harriman. What is the plumbing company you guys use again?
Larson HVAC and Plumbing.
Thank you. Let's see. Chelsea here, super stoked and determined to win the secret contest.
Good
Love
luck.
you guys.
7:15 is when that starts today.
7:15?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Eric checking in from Purgatory. Let's see. Up early to take care of and hang out with my foster cats and kittens.
Oh.
Enjoyed farting around this morning, heading out of town for the weekend. Bonnie Wright does the best version of Right Down the Line.
I don't know that I've ever heard that.
Logan and Payson checking in. Adam and IT. Lady Raccoon checking in. Alicia from Holiday. Glad to be appreciated as an auctioneer today.
Are you really an auctioneer, Alicia?
All right. Traffic.
Things are looking good this morning. I suspect it will be better than it will be tomorrow because we got some weather on the way. But right now, everything's looking great. So if you got somewhere to be, now's the time to do it. Text us and let us know what you're seeing on the roads at 33986. Join Todd broadcasting live at Ivory Homes Cranefield Estates in Clinton on Saturday from 11 to 1. Stop by and tour beautiful Ivory Homes, ready for move-in and enjoy free treats and prizes. Plus, check in with Todd and win tickets to Splash Summit Water Park.
All right. We will take a break. We'll play a song. Then we got Big Boy News for you. And right after Big Boy News, it's Frank Christ Presents the Dead Celebrity Game. We'll explain how to play and what you'll win. All coming up.
I have to follow through.
All right. Is it sponsored?
No.
All right.
And now, a morsel of murder with Gina Barberi. Radio from Hell on X96.
Yeah, I got kind of shafted on that murder story I was reading because I thought I'd read that she set somebody on fire, but she didn't.
Oh,
I was disappointed.
Well, let me see if this helps. It's a different story.
Okay.
All right.
The family of a woman who was murdered by her pig farmer husband.
Ooh.
So he could have an affair with another woman, says they're haunted by her death after her body was finally found in a septic tank decades after she vanished.
Wow.
Relatives of Brenda Venables say her husband David has, quote, put them through hell after finally being found guilty of killing her at their home in May of 1982.
Well,
the 89-year-old man has been free for 40 years.
Wait, really?
40 years?
He even tried to blame a serial killer for the murder. That's who did it. It was this. So he's basically gotten away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you say pig farmer, and you think, well, surely he
fed her to the pigs.
No.
They'll eat people.
Police originally treated Brenda's disappearance as a missing person inquiry. They never searched the tank, which they should have, obviously. So he murdered his wife and put her in the tank because he wanted her out of the way so he could resume a long-standing affair with another woman. He knew the septic tank was in a secluded location, a perfect hiding place. It was on his property, so he didn't have to travel.
Yeah.
So he reported his wife missing, but didn't seem too upset about it. The police said, "Well, she was here yesterday. I don't know where she
likes to travel.
I don't know where she went." So everything seemed normal. The woman he was interested in said 2 weeks after his wife disappeared. He showed up at her house. This is the British press, by the way. He called round. And to try to see if she'd be interested in sex.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. My wife's gone. Gosh, she's been gone 2 weeks. I was wondering if you're interested in sex. Well, which she said okay.
Oh, good.
So
All right.
So that tells you about her. She broke up with him, and he took up with another woman. He's a serial cheater.
Yeah.
This man.
That's known as philandering.
Yes. But finally, his property was purchased by someone else.
He sold the place.
Who and he thought he was in the clear.
Because surely they wouldn't go in the septic.
No.
Well, you have to clean those things out every once in a
Well,
while.
they did,
You
and they
do,
found a
yeah.
skull and bones.
That shouldn't be there.
Wait a minute. But I don't understand why he didn't feed her to the. He's a pig farmer. Why didn't he
I don't know. Maybe that's overrated.
feed into the pig? You
Yeah.
don't think it's really a thing?
Oh,
Well, I think
they'll eat. Yeah,
they will.
they
but
will. We used to catch fish and throw them to the pigs.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I love that this too. He sold the piggery, which I guess
Piggery.
is
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a pig farm. It's a piggery.
It's a piggery.
So finally, 40 years later, I mean, he's 89. He's not gonna.
They're gonna charge him.
Yeah, they convicted him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, they did.
okay.
So he'll spend the rest of his.
Yeah, he'll spend the next 6
days.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I like this. The psychiatrist at the trial described him as, quote, a typical farmer, displaying little or no affection to his wife, but showering praise on the family dog. You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
That's a typical farmer. Huh?
It is.
I guess.
It really is.
All right.
Not displaying affection for his wife.
I guess.
Yeah.
Meaning, well, it's not unusual that he wasn't nice to his wife. That's what all no farmers are nice to their wives.
No. All right.
So there you go. Just a little morsel of murder.
I've known some very nice farmers, however.
Well, you're not a farmer's wife.
Yeah.
Well,
You ever talk to them? Get their side of the story?
no, but I've talked to plenty of farmers' daughters, if you know what I mean.
for Big Boy News and Opinioendo. Now, right after that, it's Frank Christ Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. It's the Dead Celebrity Game. We're going to give you a list of 4 celebrity names, 3 of those celebrities, why they're just fine. One of them is dead. If you pick the dead one correctly, you're going to win
Tickets to the Thanksgiving Point Tulip Festival.
tickets to the Tulip Festival at 877-602-9696. All you got to do is sit through a game of Frank Christ Presents. And we'll play right after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by
Common Spirit Health, hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advance health care with human kindness in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Common Spirit Health, human kindness lives here.
And don't forget,
the views expressed on X96's Radio from Hell show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Broadway Media, its management, owners, or advertisers.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Well, more than 2 decades ago, Shannon Elizabeth, who is now 52, starred in American Pie.
Yes.
Kind of raunchy comedy that followed a group of high school friends on a mission to lose their virginity before graduation. She was the beautiful foreign exchange student, Nadia. Now, Shannon Elizabeth is ready to take control of her own story as she launches her OnlyFans account. I've spent my entire career working in Hollywood, where other people controlled the narrative and the outcome of my career. This new chapter is about changing that, showing off a more sexy side that no one has seen, and being closer to my fans. Wink, wink. I'm choosing OnlyFans because it allows me to connect directly with my audience and create on my own terms.
You're choosing OnlyFans because you can make
free.
money being sexy.
Sure.
Yeah.
And why not?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't think she's trying to hide that fact, Gina. She says, I'm just doing it because I can connect directly with my audience, create on my own terms, be free. This is the future, she said. Let's see. We'll go into this now. The Utah House of Representatives is carefully reviewing allegations by a pair of Utah businessmen that Representative Trevor Lee... Boo!
No, I'm positively giddy about this story. I can't even boo him because I'm giddy about
Trevor
it.
Lee, Republican of Layton, who's up for re-election this year, altered checks and suggested that he could use his position as a lawmaker to secure government contracts to settle debts to an employer.
Well.
Former Republican U.S. Senate candidate and Moxie Pest Control CEO Jason Walton is behind the campaign to keep Lee from returning to the legislature. In 2 videos totaling nearly 20 minutes, a business partner of Walton's at Moxie Pest Control and the CEO of Enevive, a water filtration company, detailed accusations against the second-term representative, whom they labeled as an admitted scammer. The allegations, which were initially posted on website stoptrevorlee.com, you're on there, aren't you, Gina?
Oh, yeah.
Come only days before Davis County GOP delegates vote Saturday on whether to nominate Lee to remain in his House seat or pick challenger County Commissioner Bob Stevenson. In 2013, according to recorded remarks by Moxie Pest Control, the co-owner, while Lee was employed by the company in Raleigh, North Carolina, he manipulated a series of company checks made out to himself to increase their value, allegedly defrauding the business of approximately $3,100. Mr. Walton told the Salt Lake Tribune that he had contacted the Raleigh Police Department upon learning of the allegations, but ultimately decided not to press charges after an emotional conversation between him, Nielsen, and Lee, in which the now lawmaker's bosses pressed him to admit to his actions. If I had it to do all over again, Mr. Walton said, I would have turned him over to the cops. House Speaker Mike Schultz said in a statement Wednesday, we're carefully reviewing the matter and will follow the appropriate processes to determine the facts and any next steps. Trevor Lee, isn't he a handsome man?
Now read the part about the water treatment thing.
Let's see, where is that?
This
story goes on and on and on. I don't see.
I have it here.
Okay, why don't you do it?
If you don't have it. In 2024, Spatafor, who was the water treatment.
NV, yeah, or Enevive,
said he hired Lee as a full-time sales consultant in Pleasant Grove Water Treatment Company. At the time, Lee was serving in the legislature and was co-sponsor of a bill banning fluoride in public water systems.
Ooh.
During his employment, Spatafor said Lee told him he was having problems with the construction of his personal residence and needed to show additional income in order to be approved for financing. Spatafor said he advanced Lee a total of $93,000 over a period of time. After telling Lee the advances would stop, Spatafor said the lawmaker raised the idea of getting Envive a government contract at Hill Air Force Base to work on water treatment and purification, as well as a contract to do the same with Utah schools.
Well, that's illegal.
He was definitely using his leverage as a member of the House of Representatives to get this contract for us, which would then offset us advancing him his money. Spatafor said he never ended up getting any government contract and said he fired Lee in 2025.
Trevor Lee.
Yep.
There you go. You kind of suspected it, didn't you?
Sure.
Yeah. He's not the only one in trouble. A top Democrat running for an open congressional seat in Utah has authored a slew of offensive posts on internet forums, denigrating Mormons and making crass jokes about women and sexual assault. Now, local media is reporting this, but they're being kind of a little vague about some of the things that Nate Bluen has apparently in his past posted. This is a story from Punchbowl News, which is a national. They mainly focus on political maneuverings and things like that. They're based in Washington, I believe. As a matter of fact, I think Punchbowl is the Secret Service name for Washington, D.C. So at any rate, they found all of this stuff, a sampling of some posts written more than a decade ago by Nate Bluen. Bluen recommended buying a GoPro camera for filming porn with your underage sister. He described the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints as a bunch of bigoted a-holes with an ideology fostering ignorance and intolerance. He called Mormons the worst part of living in Utah and wrote that the LDS Church is definitely just a front for the largest U.S. drug cartel.
Oh, geez.
Bluen said an LDS missionary visiting his house had inadvertently seen a pornographic image that he was looking at. He also said, some of these I can't read. Punchbowl News has screenshots of all of these comments, which have not been previously reported. In a statement, Nate Bluen stressed he had changed. He said, "I'm horrified to see my use of language towards women and about a faith that my family, friends, and millions of Utahns practice." Bluen said, "I have no excuse for these comments. They're vulgar, they're stupid, and they reflect a version of me in my early 20s that I am ashamed of and have thankfully evolved past. I won't minimize what I wrote, and I believe every candidate should be forced to look at their old online activity and take full accountability for the person they once were behind their computer screen."
It's a good lesson, too, for young people who are growing up in an era where they have a presence online from a very young age. That stuff doesn't go away. You should think before you post anything.
Trevor Lee, Nate Bluen, after making those comments, Salt Lake City Mayor Jenny Wilson, a prominent Democrat, says, I'm glad that Nate apologized for all of this, but I think he should drop out of the race, and I think he should probably leave his seat in the House. So here we go. Some other news. The man who police say shot and killed his young son before turning the gun on himself earlier this week at the Elko Nevada Airport. Police disclosed Wednesday that its investigation into the murder-suicide found that Giovanni Perez, had been trying to hide his son, Callan, from his own family, as well as from the boy's mother. A witness told police that Mr. Perez was allegedly heading to Reno with his son when their rental car broke down near Winnemucca, and father and son were towed to Elko. Perez had previously served in the military, and police said documentation showed that he'd been diagnosed with severe post-traumatic stress disorder while serving. Perez's discharge status with the military was not known. During the investigation, police said that they found paperwork inside Perez's vehicle that showed that Giovanni was suffering from some mental health issues. On Monday, police responded to an active shooter alert at the Elko airport. They found Giovanni dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and the boy in the bathroom, multiple gunshot wounds. He went to the hospital where he later died. But I still don't understand the whole story. He was trying to hide this kid from the rest of his family and from his mother. I guess it was a custody thing I don't know. There'll be more coming out about that. Federal prosecutors. Oh, I just can't stand this.
What?
Federal prosecutors made an unannounced visit this week to a construction site at Federal Reserve headquarters that is the focus of an investigation into a $2.5 billion renovation project, according to two people familiar with the visit. Two prosecutors and an investigator from U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro's office were turned away on Tuesday by a building contractor and referred to federal attorneys. One of the people said, the two people familiar with the visit spoke on condition of anonymity. Last month, okay, now that story that's where it stopped when I heard local news earlier reporting it. So they went there to investigate this the impropriety in the building of this facility, and they were turned away.
Okay.
Well, last month, you may remember, during a closed-door hearing before a federal judge, a top deputy from Pirro's office said, we've been there and investigated, and we haven't found any evidence of a crime in this investigation at all. No evidence. Nope. So she sends people there again. This is all in attempt. Donald Trump wants to fire the head of the Fed,
and he can't.
Jerome Powell. He keeps threatening to do it, and he says it's because of all these irregularities in the building of this new federal facility, and he's all behind it, and there is no evidence.
No.
And it just drives me to berserk that Jean Pirro, one of her top deputies, said we couldn't find anything, there was nothing there. She sends people again.
And this is all because Donald Trump wants him to lower interest rates, which it's not his purview to insist that happen. And there's a reason that the Fed is an independent entity.
And it bugs the hell out of me that I heard local news reporting this morning, just that very first part of the story, and not the context of that. That's just and the reason Pirro is sending send two people again is because she wants to please Donald Trump.
Well,
that's the only reason.
You're not going to get context because that would be journalism.
Donald Trump said U.S. is keeping all options on the table, including potential use of military force if Iran does not agree to abandon its nuclear ambitions. Okay. Let's see. Amid the Iran war, companies are looking to extend record profits. American businesses have been formidable in maintaining and growing their profits despite a gauntlet of challenges: a pandemic, tariffs, high inflation, wars in key commodity hubs. Profits have leaped ahead. You know why? Because as things get worse, they raise their prices.
Yep.
Corporate profits have reached a record share of the U.S. economy, and a measure of margins that tracks the difference between input costs for businesses and the final selling price of goods and services to customers is also at a record high. It's completely shocking, said Josh Brown, chief executive of Ritholtz Wealth Management. Companies have become really, really good at managing risk. They're practically ninjas at it at this point. Oh, and the Chevron, head of Chevron, Andy Walls, he's the top executive at Chevron. He says, the gas crisis is really bad. So I think Americans ought to drive less. What you need to do is drive less. That'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally this, excuse me, IKEA has partnered with Chupa Chups, those suckers.
Yes, I love those.
So I guess there was an April Fool's joke that said Chupa Chups were coming out with a Swedish meatball flavored lollipop.
That's funny.
So IKEA said, well, you know what? Why don't we just do it?
Let's do one.
So IKEA's Swedish meatballs and lingonberry spread. Actually, that might be pretty good.
You do love a lingonberry.
I do love lingonberry.
Do.
I won't eat the meat. So I won't eat the meat. Actually, so Swedish meatballs from IKEA, they have been in my household.
Okay.
They have been in my you allow them in your household?
They were smuggled in, and one night for dinner it was mashed potatoes and these Swedish meatballs. So my take. I don't eat balled meat. I don't like meatballs. I won't. But I had to eat dinner, so I mashed them with a fork.
That's the answer. But the question about the Chupa Chups.
Chupa Chups has been busy in the kitchen developing a playful sweet that's inspired by the flavors and feeling of the iconic Swedish meatball and its lingonberry companion.
Okay, you won't eat balled meat.
But I'll eat a lollipop.
But this is a balled meat flavored
It's not,
ball.
but it's not meat. It's a lollipop.
It's ball shaped.
Yeah, it's a lollipop.
That tastes like meat.
Yeah, but it's not meat. So
I think you should try it.
it is the shape of a meat. It is the shape of a lollipop.
I don't know.
I think it's the shape of a lollipop. So, and I don't have any.
Well, why don't you approach meatballs then?
I don't have any problem with balled lollipops because that's
well,
the
then
way they're
think to
supposed
yourself as you're eating the meatballs. This is just a balled lollipop.
Maybe I should
Put a
get some
meatball-
sticks.
Yeah, that's what I was
and-
just going to say.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
That might work.
Sports weather traffic.
Well, the 2026 Stanley Cup playoffs are scheduled to begin on the 18th, and you will have your Utah Mammoth to cheer in there. Today, they are home to St. Louis Blues. Tusks will be up at 5:30 p.m.
Tusks will be up what?
Just
where-
in the
what are they
air.
up?
They just you put your tusks up. in the
okay.
air.
Okay.
We're ready to go.
I don't have tusks.
Let's see. Salt Lake Bees lost last night to Sugarland. They are playing them again tonight. It's Thirsty Thursday at 6:30.
Where's Sugarland from? Do you know?
Texas, I believe.
Okay.
And I think they're the Space Cowboys, which is an excellent baseball team.
The Sugarland Space
I
Cowboys.
believe they are, yes. Weather. So, as warm as it is right now, it's 61 right now.
Yeah.
Temperature dropping drastically as the day goes on. Rain showers will start before 3 p.m., then snow showers likely, thunder possible, winds possible. It's going to be a very cold, wet storm coming through. We have a freeze warning in effect today and through Friday.
All right.
Traffic, just one thing to tell you about. We've got a crash eastbound 90th South milepost 12 in Sandy. 2 left lanes are blocked. Left shoulder also blocked. Please text us and let us know what you're seeing. Like Right Wing Wade did, checking in from I-15. Both lanes and directions moving smoothly. Text us at 33986.
Frank Christ has joined us in the studio. The Grim Reaper, Frank Christ. He's a skeleton, ladies and gentlemen. Wears the robe, he has a scythe, and his job is to reap souls, and specifically the souls of celebrities, famous people.
Famous people.
And you don't like to do that, do you,
No,
Frank?
not at all. You know the one I'm not looking forward to? Eric Idle.
Oh, is he not doing well?
Well, he's fine. He's just
Oh.
fine. It's just that, he did a movie where he opened the
that's
door and there
right,
was the
yeah.
Grim Reaper. And
Oh, yeah.
I just worry he's going to think this is some kind of joke.
Well,
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Frank is cursed. He doesn't like if you had your druthers, you'd just be out reaping the souls of like regular peasants, the hoi polloi, right?
I'd be reaping the souls of politicians.
I see.
I might enjoy that.
But Frank loves celebrities, and that's why he's been cursed with reaping their souls. When
Yes.
a celebrity dies, Frank goes to the scene, takes their soul in his electric scooter sidecar, and whisks them away to the distribution center.
Yes.
And you're gentle with most of them, right?
Give them water.
Good.
Let them sit in the sidecar.
Can they rate you? Can they get a
Oh, they're talking about installing an app, and I'm afraid.
rate your progress,
Yeah.
rate your review your driver?
Yes, the headquarters is talking about that. I don't want that at all.
No. Frank joins us to play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
In this macabre little game, Frank has provided a list of 4 celebrities, precious celebrities, and 3 of the celebrities on this list,
fine.
they're just fine. But one of them, Frank, has taken, and it is the contestant's job to identify the dead celebrity. Isn't that cheery?
Yeah.
Who do we have to play the game?
Meshach is here.
Meshach, good morning.
Good morning.
How are things?
Lord, thanks for letting me listen.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm fine. I'm just fine.
That's good. And how are things in Erda?
Right now, they're nice and crisp, cool morning, clear, no traffic issues that I can see on my farm road.
Oh, good. All right, Meshach, we'll play the game here. If you identify the dead celebrity on this list, you will win what, Gina?
Tickets to the Thanksgiving Point Tulip Festival now through May 16th with over 1 million blooms, 50 acres of live music, classes, tours, and more. Go to x96.com for more information.
All right, Meshach, because it is Celebrate Teen Literature Day, Frank has given me a list of actors in movies based on young adult novels. Identify the dead celebrity and you win. Number 1, Mike Birbiglia. His 6 solo shows, Sleepwalk with Me, My Girlfriend's Boyfriend, Thank God for Jokes, the new one, The Old Man in the Pool, and The Good Life, enjoyed successful runs on and off Broadway. He also has appeared in many TV shows and movies. His young adult novel to movie is The Fault in Our Stars, a poignant study of 2 teenagers who meet at a cancer support group and fall in love. Number 1, Mike Birbiglia. Number 2 is Ray Stevenson. He was Titus Pullo in the HBO television series Rome. He was 2 Marvel Comics characters, Frank Castle, the Punisher in Punisher Warzone, and the Superhero Squad show, and Volstagg, one of Thor's trusted comrades in Thor. He was Stephen Hopkins on the TV show miniseries Saints and Strangers. His young adult novel to movie was Divergent, set in a futuristic Chicago where people are divided into factions based on human virtues. Number 2, Ray Stevenson. Number 3 is Pruitt Taylor Vince. Had roles in films Mississippi Burning, Nurse Betty, Jacob's Ladder, JFK, and Constantine. He won a Primetime Emmy for his guest role as Clifford Banks on the 2nd season of the television series Murder One. His young adult novel to movie was Beautiful Creatures, a gothic fantasy set in the American South involving family curses and magical casters. Number 3, Pruitt Taylor Vince. And 4 is Fionnuala Flanagan, known for the films James Joyce's Women, Some Mother's Son, Yes Man, The Guard, and Song of the Sea. On stage, she was in Ulysses and Nighttown, The Ferryman. She was in Waking Ned Devine. Her young adult novel to movie was The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That was a Hunger Games movie. So there you go. Number 4, Fionnuala Flanagan. 4 celebrities, one of them dead, Meshach. Which one?
I'm going to go with number 4.
Fionnuala Flanagan? No.
Oh, she's 5.
She's quite elderly.
Yes.
She's 84, but she's a hale and hearty Irish woman. We'll give you another chance, though, because unlike Frank, we believe in second chances here. So listen carefully. Is it Mike Birbiglia? Is it Pruitt Taylor Vince? Or could it be Ray Stevenson?
I think I'm going to have to revise my guess to Ray Stevenson, number 3.
Yeah, good. Number 2, yeah, Ray Stevenson. Good pick. He died in 2023. He was very young, 58 years old.
Too soon.
Yeah. So there you go. You got it on the second try, Meshach. You, and I assume a partner, will be going to the Tulip Festival at Thanksgiving Point. Congratulations.
I will be taking my elderly cancer-stricken mother to visit the tulips.
It's a nice mother-son outing.
That would be good. All right, Meshach, hang on.
She will enjoy it. She doesn't get out much, so
that's very
You're
nice
good
for
boy.
you to do that. Hang on, Katie will tell you how to get those tickets.
All right. Well, I have to go check on Bobby Vinton.
Oh, Blue Velvet.
91 today. Oh, his casket will be lined with blue velvet.
I'll bet it will, yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Traffic is looking great, even for Frank as he leaves. And for the rest of you, if you see something, you can always text us at 33986. SALT Mediation, the modern way to divorce, no court battles, flat fee mediation, uncontested services, attorney-prepared paperwork with no court appearances. Visit saltmediation.com to schedule your free consultation.
All right, KXRK Provo, we will take a break. We'll be back with some geek news for you. We got Boater of the Day coming up. Victoria with the Real Housewives update as well. All on the way. Stand by.
Are you ready to make it?
Crater. Spell it with me now. Crater, C-R-A-T-E-R.
And now we'll use it in some dialogue featuring that quintessential Utahn LeGrand R. Dunn and his son, LeGrand R. Dunn II, or LeGrand Jr., as the family calls him. Let's join them now as they stand in the line to see Santa Claus at the mall.
Now you remember, Junior, tell Santy nice and loud what you want for Christmas.
Okay.
But only ask for them inexpensive gifts that we already discussed betwixt the two of us.
I'm afraid of Santa Claus, Dad. He won't hurt me, will he?
Oh, no, of course not. As long as you don't ask him for them expensive gifts.
Okay.
You see that little boy over there with the broken arm?
Yeah.
He asked Sandy for one of them fancy video game thingers. Sandy has a lot of work to do at Christmas time, and he can get a little bit testy.
Well, how come Santa Claus gives us presents at Christmas time? I mean, Christmas is his birthday, not ours. We should give Santa Claus presents.
What? You think Christmas is Sandy Claus's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, I knew I shouldn't have let you go to public school. I knew I should have kept up with that John and Vicky Singer home study plan. Christmas is not Sandy's birthday.
Well, whose birthday is it then?
Christmas is the birthday of Jesus Christ our Savior. And Jesus is the Son of God, the creator of the universe, and the creator of everybody and everything that's in it.
Everybody? I mean, did God create Batman?
Yes.
And Barney?
Yes.
And Coral Malone? And you and me and Mommy and even Santa Claus?
He is the creator of all things.
So I guess if God and Santa Claus got in a fight, God would win then.
That's it. We are getting out of this line, and we're going over to Temple Square right now. You have got some learning to do.
Fever, you know it's been in Trolley Square forever. It's now on the south side by Weller Books.
I wonder how long it has been. I mean, you know, you say forever, but I'd be curious.
Since 1982, I just said.
82? Is that?
Yeah.
I just said that.
I didn't hear you say that part.
All right. Now, CinemaCon just wrapped up.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. It's the movie companies get together and throw a party for theater owners, the ones that are left, and say, look what we got for you. Come and be happy. Don't cry. It'll be fine. Because look what we got. And so they show the theater owners these, footage, trailers sometimes, but a lot of times it's whole scenes.
And celebrities show up.
And the celebrities show up and schmoozing and all that. Well, all of the footage and stuff that they showed to the theater owners, 98% of it is not available to us.
So even today, because sometimes the next day you'll start popping up online, but no?
Only a couple that I've been able to find. There was a lot of them. There's, Spielberg's new Alien movie. There was more footage from Supergirl. There was a whole bunch of it.
Yeah.
But what we did get was I'd call this more of a teaser than a trailer because it's like 45 seconds. But Ed, Godzilla alert.
Oh.
Ed. Looks like Japan isn't the only country facing the wrath of the king of all kaiju.
Gojira.
It's Godzilla minus 0.
Maybe we'll finally get to use it.
Now he was...
Repeat. Abort third drop.
He was defeated at the end of the other movie. Spoiler. Sunk to the bottom of the ocean. This one takes place 2 years after that movie. Set in 1949. Set 2 years after the events of Minus One. It sees the return of our protagonist and Godzilla. All the kaiju in the world, they're coming to America. There's a great shot of Godzilla walking past the Statue of Liberty. So there you go, Ed. Godzilla alert.
See, something to look forward to.
Yes. Now, this will hit Japan in November 3rd, and will open in the U.S. on November 6th. So there you go. There's that.
I saw a preview of this Steven Spielberg movie at the theater when I went to see Hail Mary.
Yeah, there's a trailer out there,
and it looked really good.
But then the other footage that they did release for us was this.
Nearly 40 years ago, a promise was made.
God willing, we'll all meet again in Spaceballs 2 to search for more money. Money, you know?
Hold it, wait a minute. It's me, Mel Brooks. I have a major announcement. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, is not going to be the title of this movie. Why not? Because after all these years, I found the money. There it is, the money. It was in my basement. But everywhere I go, people say, Mel, where's the new Spaceballs? When are you going to make the new Spaceballs? Yeah. When are you going to make the new one? Well, we did it. And the title is Spaceballs, the new one. It's just like the old one, but it's newer. That's why it's called the new one. There you have it. I'll see you at the movies. And may the Schwartz be with you.
God bless Mel Brooks.
Schwartz, huh? There you go. April 23rd is when the movie opens, 2027.
How's your Schwartz?
Yeah, it's a year from now it opens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a year.
I will.
He could be
Mel,
dead by
come
then.
on.
Yeah.
No, he's 99.
I don't know if he'll make it, but there you go. Now, on Monday, when I gave you the casting news for a part in the new Superman movie called Man of Tomorrow, it was down to 4 actresses, and the one that I like a lot, but I didn't want her for the role they were talking about, is Adria Arjona.
Is that Bix?
It's Bix from Andor. There she is. And they were talking about her playing a character called Maxima. Well, now we're not sure if it's Maxima or not.
She's in it.
She's in it. She got the role, whatever the mystery role is.
Okay.
But James Gunn says he has found the final piece of Man of Tomorrow casting, several rounds of screen tests. Adria has been chosen for the mystery role in DC's sequel to Superman. It was previously reported that the character was Maxima, but it is unknown if that is correct now. It was like a magic trick. There's Wonder Woman, because I think she'd be perfect. So there's that. I'll know in a couple of weeks as to what's going on. And then Disney's layoffs, about 1,000 people.
Yeah, across like movies and parks and
TV,
marketing. Yeah.
New York, Burbank.
Yeah.
But apparently the majority of the cuts, 8% of the reduction staff, is at Marvel, specifically the special effects department.
Why? Because they don't need it anymore?
They farm it out and it's cheaper rather than having an in-house one. And it's damned unfortunate because some of these people have been working at Marvel since the first Iron Man movie. You know, helping to craft what the characters look like and what the sets will look like and the costumes and all of that. So yeah, why would you want to help the product that you're selling? You know, let's damage the product that we're selling because, well, the shareholders, they need their parts. So, you know, they need 2 yachts. Need a yacht to get to the other yacht. So
that's a lot of yacht.
You know, we can't have this guy working 12-hour days in animation. We can't have that.
Just one accident to tell you about. Crash northbound I-15 at 23rd North in Salt Lake, milepost 311. Right shoulder affected it there, but pretty good commute so far. Nobody's texted in any issues that they're seeing. Nobody that you're somebody. I'm talking to you. If you see something, text us 33986. Salt mediation, the modern way to divorce. No court battles. Flat fee mediation, uncontested services. Attorney prepared paperwork with no court appearances. It's our friend Wade Taylor. Visit saltmediation.com to schedule your free consultation.
All right, we got boner candidates to vote for. Here are the 3 we'll be considering this morning. Boner candidate number 1. Well, we had a little downtime, so I swiped left. Boner candidate number 2. Dangerous horn beeping in St. George, Utah. And boner candidate number 3. Pete worships the Christian Bible and Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. All right, boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after a short break and a song. Stand by for that.
We are going to pay you $1,000 to listen to X96. Tune in every weekday at 7:15, 10:15, 1:15, and 5:15 for keywords. Then text these keywords to 508-777-1000. That's 508-777-1000, and you will be entered to win. Every keyword means another chance to win $1,000. You can get more information at x96.com. Your keyword for this hour is fund. Fund, F-U-N-D, fund. Text that to 508-777-1000 now to enter to win.
All right, thank you. Utah Audio at 1441 East Fort Union Boulevard in Cottonwood Heights. Now, this is where we're going to have our wine event. It's sold out, sorry. But this is where we're going to be throwing the party. But Tyler, who's the owner of Utah Audio, he's got a ton of knowledge and experience with hi-fi sound systems. Now, you think you have a good stereo at home. You don't. Trust me. I thought I had a good set of speakers. I don't. Go in and take a listen. Tyler's more than happy to, pull out some vinyl or however you want to listen to it. He'll say, sit down right here and listen. Let's play some music. And you will be blown away by the quality of the sound coming out of these boxes. Utah Audio sells highly regarded brands with great musical heritage, value, and reliability. You can buy from brands that have speakers in Abbey Road Studios or Skywalker Ranch. Your speaker, amp, or cable is designed from a place of musical accuracy and not price point. You can hear the difference. And here's the thing: Tyler's not a snob about it. He just wants you to enjoy the sound of good music, and everyone is welcome. So check them out sometime. You can go online, utahaudio.com, but boy, it's just the best way to do it is to sit down and listen at 1441 East Fort Union Boulevard in Cottonwood Heights, Utah Audio.
Hi, who's this? And tell me where...
Gina.
Yes.
You went to the rodeo.
I did. My cousin Jubal, his son Rowdy, was representing the great state of California in the National High School Rodeo Championships. Which
what's his specialty?
Saddle bronc.
Saddle, not bareback.
No, saddle bronc. I don't think they do bareback in high school. But it's called the National High School Rodeo. There were people there from Canada, from Mexico.
Those are
from
nations.
Australia.
Yeah, those are nations. That's
from New Zealand. And next year, Italy's going to be there. Now, Rowdy's event is saddle bronc, and you don't bring your own animal for that, obviously.
No.
But if you are a team roper or a barrel racer, you got to have your own animal for that.
You can't rent them?
I mean, you can, but you probably want your own for that. So that means people from Australia and New Zealand were flying their horses to participate in this, to the tune of like $6,000 a pop to fly your animal.
Just think if you're a polo player.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to do the same thing
all the time. And I think some of the countries that sent people, they're not expecting people to pay that. They help them do that. But so
how was it?
Well, so first of all, I went up with the Sainted Mary Claire, and she said, let's stay at the Little America because it's close by. They have the original Little America up there. And you guys know the story about how the Little America started.
I don't know. Earl Sinclair needed some place to.
No, he was working at a sheep ranch in Wyoming, and there was a horrible blizzard snowstorm, and he got stuck in the blizzard and had to ride it out in his truck. And he said a prayer to God and said, if I make it through tonight, I will build a hotel right where we stand, because where the Little America is makes no sense. It is.
I've always thought that.
What do you mean it makes no sense? It's right on I-80.
It's in the middle of nowhere. It's so. Anyway, we're going to stay at the Little America. Well, she had a friend who also had a grandson that was participating in the rodeo, who went there a day earlier and said, "Well, I'll stay at the Little America." She called my mom and said, we left, and you also should not stay at the Little America. It's that bad. So there's a Hilton hotel in Rock Springs.
By the way, get ready for Earl Sinclair's phone call, Katie.
Well, then we might get a Hilton call too. Rock Springs. So Mary Claire goes online to make a reservation at the Hilton there, and she's looking at the reviews, and it's good review, beautiful, newly renovated hotel. This is great. And the third review down says there's bed bugs in room 202. Now, my mom, not just taking that at its word, called the hotel and said, I read online that and the manager that answered the phone said, thank you for calling and asking about that, because people can put reviews of anything they want, and they can't do anything about that. By the way, I'm going to need another break to actually talk about the rodeo because we're almost out of time. But the manager said our newly renovated hotel doesn't have screens. So if people open the window, there's flying bugs and things that come in. And this woman brought a bug up to the front desk and said, look, I have a bed bug. And the lady's like, that's got wings. That's not a bed bug there. So long story short, we stayed at the Hilton, which was nice and did not have bed bugs.
I still think you should have stayed at the Little America.
It apparently was not.
History and tradition. So you go on the word of your mom's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd want to find out for myself.
And then we ate at a brew pub there in Rock Springs. And ordered onion rings. And they brought out the onion rings, and my mom and I are eating the onion rings, and my mom said, I don't think I've ever had a bad onion ring. Usually an onion ring is it was a bad onion ring.
Usually you can do pretty well with an onion ring, but
So
there are bed bugs in these onion rings.
So we ate there at this because I'm like, well, this is the food I'm going to have, so I better eat it. Then we get to the rodeo, and if you go to my Instagram page, I have a picture of this. They had food trucks there. And guess what food truck they had there? Steak
Bed bugs?
bites.
Which one?
Steak fries?
Steak bites.
Steak bites.
Yeah.
I could have had steak bites for dinner at the rodeo, but I had already eaten the bad onion rings at the brew pub.
You know what they do, how they make the steak bites? It's just when an animal goes down.
No, that's not how they...
Four right now. It is time for Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by Boner of the Day. Forgetting the big show, Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, April 16, 2026. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news, and once you've heard all 3, then you will vote. One of you lucky random Boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it. Excuse me. Gotta win it. Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1. Well, we had a little downtime, so I swiped left. A deputy on a SWAT operation in California was caught scrolling on what appeared to be a dating app during a standoff with an armed suspect on Wednesday.
Jesus.
Video shows the deputy on his phone on what appears to be a dating app. You see him scrolling through a woman's profile before swiping left and then swiping left 2 more times during an active barricade situation. The suspect, just a few feet away, was still armed at the time. The Riverside County Sheriff's Office released this statement, and this was a long standoff that went on for quite some time. This behavior does not reflect the standards, expectations, or policies of our department.
Really?
We have initiated an internal investigation and will take appropriate action based on the findings. The Sheriff's Office remains committed to professionalism and holding our employees accountable. The standoff ultimately ended with sheriff's deputies shooting tear gas into the back of the car. The suspect then turned the gun on himself. Riverside County Fire Department paramedics pronounced him dead at the scene. He's not been identified. Boner candidate number 1. Well, we had a little downtime, so I swiped left. Here's Boner candidate number 2. Dangerous horn beeping in St. George. What Jack Hoops, it's probably Hoops, what Jack Hoops deemed to be freedom of expression turned out to be a not-so-beautiful noise to a St. George police officer. During the No Kings protest at Vernon Worthen Park on March 28th, the officer cited Mr. Hoops for unlawful horn use after the Ivins resident drove down 400 East and honked in solidarity with the sign-toting protesters lining the street.
You can't do that?
Though it is an infraction punishable by a fine of $50, Mr. Hoops is opting to contest the citation, which he said is an unreasonable and possibly politically motivated violation of his First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Determined to fight on principle, Mr. Hoops pleaded not guilty to the infraction. I beeped my horn at Back the Blue rallies. He said, I've beeped my horn at Back the Blue rallies. I've seen people honk their horns at MAGA rallies in Idaho. I've gone to several No Kings rallies and watched more on YouTube, and everyone honks their horns.
Yep.
So people are honking their horns all across the nation.
Yeah.
But I guess I can't do that here in St. George.
Nope.
I've honked my horn before, especially... They'll hold up signs that say, honk if you agree with this, and you honk your horn. I've done that.
A former prosecutor in Fremont County in southeast Idaho during the 1980s, Mr. Hoops and his wife Lorna now divide their time between Idaho Falls and Ivins, where they attend several No Kings. They have attended several No Kings events. At the most recent protest, Mr. Hoops said he and his wife linked up with some of the friends at a park to speak out against the Trump administration. About an hour after that, Mr. Hoops said he and his wife walked to their car. On the way home, they drove by the park where he, like many other cars, honked at the protesters.
Yeah.
I beeped my horn twice. I didn't lay on it. as we passed the people with the signs, he said, an officer who was in a vehicle parked on the street was telling people to quit honking their horns. And then I saw a friend who I didn't know was at the park, and I beeped my horn once more at my friend. Mr. Hoops said the officer turned around, pulled him over, initially leading Mr. Hoops to believe he was getting a ticket. When a passing driver emitted a long honk, Mr. Hoops asked the officer, why aren't you going to pull that guy over? I couldn't believe I was being pulled over for honking my horn, but I was being decent to the officer, Mr. Hoops said. But he said, listen, I've tried to be cordial to you and give you a warning. Now I'm giving you a ticket. And he gave him the ticket.
Seems ridiculous.
Now, state law does ban horns that are unusually loud or harsh and restricts the use of vehicle horns on highways to ensure safe operation.
Doesn't sound like he was doing any of those things.
Mr. Hoops says he doesn't see how the law applies to honking at a political rally. I've honked my horn here and there. I can't understand how this law applies. Boner candidate number 2, dangerous horn beeping in St. George. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, Pete worships the Christian Bible and Quentin Tarantino.
All right. Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinnuendo, brought to you by...
It's the spring super sale at Big O Tires. For a limited time, get $100 off select sets of tires. Plus, buy 2 oil changes, get 1 free. Warm weather is calling. Make sure your vehicle's ready for every mile at Big O Tires, the team you trust.
And don't forget...
The views expressed on X96's Radio from Hell show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Broadway Media, its management, owners, or advertisers.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Carrie was talking about Cinecon in Geek News. One of the shows that they brought there was the new Lord of the Rings movie. The studio revealed several cast members for the upcoming Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, directed by Andy Serkis. That'll not release until December of next year.
It's going to be a while, yeah.
So Serkis stars, he's directing and he stars as Gollum. Ian McKellen is back as Gandalf, and I believe these people were in Las Vegas for this. Elijah Wood returns as Frodo. Lee Pace as Thranduil. Newcomers to the Lord of the Rings include Kate Winslet as Marigold and Leo Woodall as Halvard. Jamie Dornan is going to play Strider, Aragorn. And I wonder, I thought, well, what's his
Vigo's
name?
a little long in the tooth.
Is that what it is, you
Yeah.
think? That Vigo's just gotten a little too old to do it?
Yeah, Vigo said he wasn't up for it.
Yeah. So Jamie Dornan will do it. The film will chronicle the search for, it says here, the film will chronicle the search for the titular corrupted hobbit.
Yeah, that's what The Hunt for Gollum means.
In the years leading up to the trilogy's first installment, The Fellowship of the Rings. So there you go.
So does this mean we get to see him go from being Smeagol to Gollum?
Yeah.
I wonder?
See the transition.
We saw. I mean, we saw some of that in the movies.
Yeah.
You know, he did play Smeagol. Smeagol was in the but I think this will be a little more detailed, and my guess is it'll be quite successful.
And Stephen Colbert is having something to do with this?
Not this one.
Oh.
Not this one.
The next one.
The next when they're going to do some more.
Yeah, him and his son are writing it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Hayden, 2 men have been charged with assault on a police officer here in Salt Lake. Hayden Coccaro is charged with 5 counts of assault on a cop. Ben Green is charged with 1 count of assault. They were both also charged with interfering with a police officer and failing to disperse. On January 30th, about 1,000 people participated in the national shutdown protest in Salt Lake. During the demonstration, court documents say that Coccaro, I guess it is, was one of the main agitators during the protest that blocked multiple lanes of traffic. Green was part of a group that allegedly refused to leave the road and continued to impede traffic on 150 South State. During a physical altercation with the officers, he allegedly jabbed his metal cane into one of the officers and continued resisting before being placed on the group. Both Green and Coccaro have disobeyed orders to disperse, and they're both being charged with assaulting police officers. Water from from Flaming Gorge Reservoir could be released to help poor old Lake Powell. Release some of the water. They're trying to see if this will work. Release some of the water from Flaming Gorge and other nearby reservoirs to prop up Lake Powell. A draft drought plan shared with a local media calls for anywhere from 660,000 acre-feet to 1 million acre-feet from Flaming Gorge down the Colorado River system into Lake Powell. I don't know. It's probably a drop in the bucket.
A literal drop?
Yeah.
A literal
Yes.
drop.
The growing dust problem posed by the drying Great Salt Lake isn't just a threat to air quality. New research shows that toxic metals blowing from its exposed lake bed are probably working their way into our food chain as well.
Great.
Scientists at Utah State University published a study in which they collected dust from Farmington Bay, applied it to cabbage plants grown in a greenhouse. After 2 applications, plant tissue absorbed metals and metalloids from the dust, including arsenic, sodium, and uranium. Other contaminants like lead can collect on the leaves. These pollutants can occur naturally in the Great Salt Lake, but also stem from past industrial activity. And the dust settles, and it settles down on your garden plots and into the soil,
Yep.
and the plants grow up. And
And then you eat it.
yeah. Massive pileup in Colorado. This a couple of days ago now. Crashes involving about 70 vehicles snarled a section of snowy Colorado highway. 8 people went to the hospital. The pileup was on Tuesday of this week, prompted officials to close eastbound side of I-70 in Clear Creek County, about 50 miles west of Denver. And they I think just today have gotten that all cleared out and made the highway completely open. Let's see. Tucker Collins, a young freshman in California, and his mother and his attorney, V. James DeSimone, spoke at a news conference in Los Angeles on Wednesday to announce initiation of legal action against the federal government. The attorney, Mr. DeSimone, said he believes a Federal Protective Service officer employed by the Department of Homeland Security, essentially an ICE agent, fired a shot at Mr. Collins' face. Mr. Collins, an astronomical engineering student at USC, said many activities have become more challenging now since his eyeball had to be surgically removed due to the injury. He said, there is no realm in which you should do this. I was standing behind a fence, 30 feet away. I'm taking photos. I'm not doing anything threatening. I'm behind a fence. I'm 30 feet away. I'm taking photos. And this agent aimed his gun at, it was rubber bullets, aimed his gun at my head and shot.
Yep.
And now I don't have an eye. And so they're suing the federal government.
That's what you get for being a lib.
Let's see. How much time do we have?
One more story.
All right, let's do this one then. After more than a century of humans doing their absolute best to wipe them out, California condors in Northern California may finally be attempting the radical act of reproducing in the wild again. The team has not visually confirmed the existence of an egg, but the movements of the male bird and his mate, and these are enormous birds, by the way, indicate that they are taking turns guarding a nest deep in the forest of Redwood National and State Parks, incubating what they believe to be an egg. If they're right and the egg hatches, the chick will be the first of the species to be born and raised in the wild in Northern California in 130 years.
That's super cool.
That is cool.
A huge milestone for the Yurok tribe, which has been working with the federal and state officials for 17 years to reintroduce the birds to the region after European colonists drove the species to the brink of extinction. 2 birds doing what they do, making this next generation of wild birds for the region is just incredible, said a spokesman for the Condor Restoration Program.
They are massive.
Yeah, they're huge. If you ever...
The aviary used to have one, I thought, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They had a condor, maybe not this specific.
The California condor is particularly big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had, he was, I forget his name now.
Andy.
Andy, that's right. We met Andy. He passed. He
Yeah.
was quite old.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it.
You should go to the aviary. It's
Yeah.
cool.
Weather, traffic.
So it's already colder than it was when we got to work this morning.
That was 60, I think, when I got
Yeah,
here.
it's 52 right now.
Wow.
Rain showers before 3 p.m., then snow showers likely. Some thunder also possible. And we have a freeze warning in effect. It's going to get down into the 20s tonight and tomorrow night. We warm back up into the 70s pretty quickly over the weekend. But next couple days, it's going to be a cold, snowy storm coming through. Traffic, we have a crash northbound I-15, 33rd South in South Salt Lake. Let's see. Friend of the program says, I-215 West southbound, all clear. Thank you, Infinity member. You can report all clears, too, not just traffic. When you see it, we appreciate it when you do that. 33986. Speaking of the aviary, looking for something to do this weekend? The Tracy Aviary, you can feed lorikeets, catch a bird show, see the ambassador birds up close, check out more than 300 amazing birds. Plan your visit at tracyaviary.org.
Here's boner candidate number 3. Pete worships the Christian Bible and Quentin Tarantino. Trump's defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, was giving a sermon at the Pentagon, and he used some passages that he attributed to the Bible. He was speaking at a worship service when he read this prayer. He said he had been given it by the lead mission planner of the rescue mission for 2 Air Force crewmen who were shot down over Iran. Quote, "The path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherded the lost through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother, and you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee, and amen." Well, the first few lines of that prayer were written by Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And Roger Avery in the film Pulp Fiction. In the movie, the character played by Samuel Jackson falsely claims that those words are from the Bible passage Ezekiel 25:17. The second part of the verse is taken from the Bible in a condemnation of the Philistines and the Cherethims, the foes of the Israelites in the 5th century. In the movie, Jackson's character utters the verse and then guns down a small-time criminal who owed the his gangster boss some money. But Pete Hegseth, he's a religious man.
Yeah.
He worships Christian Bible and Quentin Tarantino. Boner candidate number 3.
All right. Let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. Hey, we had a little downtime, so I swiped left. A deputy on a SWAT operation in California. There's a video showing him on what appears to be a dating app. You can see him scrolling through a woman's profile and then swiping left 2 more times during an active hostage barricade armed suspect situation. Jeez. Boner candidate number 2, dangerous horn beeping in St. George, Utah. This guy, Jack Hoops, he's did some honking at a No Kings rally in St. George, and this made a policeman down there very angry. And he's issued Mr. Hoops a $50 ticket for bad horn beeping. Mr. Hoops suspects that this is a political move.
Yes.
And boner candidate number 3, Pete worships the Christian Bible and Quentin Tarantino.
All right. Time to vote for Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think is the worst. The one that you think should win Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number. Put that single digit in the message of a text and then text that to 33986. It's one way to vote. Another is to call Katie in the producer's booth. She'll take your live voice votes at 877-602-9696. Or you can go online if you'd like. X96.com. Look for the box that says Boners, April 16, 2026. Click and vote. And if you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. All right, you've got, looks like a little less than 3 minutes to get your vote in. As soon as we award the boner, that means Victoria will be here with the Real Housewives updates. We also got Beat Gina coming up. Stand by for all of that. In the meantime, let's get to voting for Boner of the Day. Here we go.
Don't miss
Vaxxadan, our radio finally has a sponsor. It's Zero Res, and this time of year brings a lot of dirt through your house, damaging your carpets. Vax says book your cleaning appointment today. Not only do you get the 4th room free, but your animals will thank you with extra love. Go to zerores.com today.
All right, 7:47. Time to award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by Mississippi Chicken.
And there's a heat wave coming. I know it doesn't feel like it today, but it is coming. Stay cool. Get a new AC unit from Larson HVAC and Plumbing for as low as $68 a month, or save $1,000 on an ultra-high efficiency model. Go to larsonhvac.com/X96.
Okay, well, everybody got the two losing candidates got substantial votes.
Yeah.
Coming in third place was Boner candidate number 1. We had a little downtime, so I swiped left. I thought that would do a lot better than it did, but it came in third with a fair amount of votes. Boner candidate number 2 came in second. Dangerous horn beeping down in St. George got a pretty good number of votes. I thought that one might win as well. They were all pretty evenly matched. But Pete Hegseth Boner candidate number 3 with 163 votes is winner of Boner of the Day.
The extremely unlikable Pete Hegseth.
Indeed.
That's your Boner of the Day for today, April 16, 2026. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week. All right. Is this a sponsored feature?
I wish it were.
It should be, certainly, shouldn't it?
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint.
Well, here she is, direct and live from the city of Broad Shoulders, the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. It is our friend Victoria with her Secret Lives of Mormon Wives update. And Victoria, we're going to ask you about your experiences here in Utah on that panel, but maybe we do that if you'll hang on, and we'll do that in a second segment. How about that?
No, if I have to, I would love that.
If I have to be on your show every day, I guess.
Okay.
Well, okay. Please don't throw me in the briar patch.
No.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Here we go.
Season
Victoria.
3, Episode 10, Book of Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so follow me on Instagram at Judgy Empath. I posted some pictures, which I also gave to you all.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the season finale of Season 3. But Season 4 is already out, so we'll start that next week. I'm going to skip the reunion for this one. We'll just go into Season 4. But let's see where Season 3 ends.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 things I want to talk about are first Jesse and Jordan, and then we'll talk about Whitney and Macy bringing everybody back together, meaning Mom Talk. And then we're going to talk about Taylor and Dakota, because where would we be without Taylor and Dakota?
Yeah. Okay.
So first we've got Jesse and Jordan. So I posted a picture of them. So they've been separated for the last, I think they were on this 90-day separation because of this stupid Marciano from Vanderpump Villa. But I posted a picture of them reconvening, talking about their marriage. And, you know, in this conversation, they're ready to like recommit to each other and get back on track. But spoiler alert, Jordan just filed for divorce.
There you go. That's it. He looks like he's made out of dough in that picture.
A little bit.
He does.
Yeah.
He's also a load.
Yeah.
And then his hat. I didn't zoom in, but for those that want to, if you zoom in, he's got this trucker hat that says Dad Talk, and it looks like a license plate. I'm like, whatever. Jordan definitely.
Yeah. Are these products available online, like the hat and everything? Because I'm around town. I see a few things. I've never seen this hat before. I have seen a Geek Show hat, but not this one.
Now, if somebody gets me one of these, I'll wear it.
All right. I will start scouring the internet.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, and then the next thing that I actually thought was the most interesting from this week's episode, from episode 10, was Whitney and Macy. So Whitney's actually been on the outs with Mom Talk, and she's been trying to reconcile with everybody, and she's really had her come to Jesus moment, mostly out of like, her vision is let's harness this opportunity we have and take care of our fame and take care of our opportunities. That's really where this is all coming from, which I don't judge her for, but she does want to bring everybody back together because they can all be successful with this. So she and Macy meet, and so I posted a picture of them bringing everybody together. And what Whitney said, she says, we need to get together to listen to each other, validate each other, and you need to say as much as you want to be heard, and you need to listen. So you got to listen, and then you got to be heard.
So this was a highly intellectual summit was going on here.
Yeah, very, with very expensive snacks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they get everybody together, and again, I was really impressed with Whitney's insight. And one of the things Steph and I talked about last week is how Whitney can turn on and off, and man, as she turned it on, like she is ready to act like a grown up. So what they do, and it was hard for me to get a picture of this, but they get up in front of the group one at a time to either offer an apology, take accountability, or just something they want to say to the group. And then they have these like little glow sticks that when they're done saying their piece, they break the glow stick that's like hanging around their neck. Okay. And so it totally reminded me of Mean Girls. At the end of Mean Girls, so they have to get up and say something, and they do the trust fall into the group. And then they ended up making that joke of what they were doing.
Sounds to me like they're all devil worshippers.
Well, you never know. You
Yeah.
never know. Demi. So so Whitney's been on the outs. Whitney's really been working to reconcile with everybody. The other person who's been on the outs with Mom Talk is Demi, because she's got this very conflicting narrative about Marciano and how she navigated all this. Anyway, her comments to me fall very flat. And Jen and Miranda say this during confessional. They're like, I want to believe her because she's saying she was sexually assaulted, but there's this behavior that they're concerned about. So anyway, so then when they're done each taking their turn talking to the group, they all sit around in a group and talk through their issues, and they have a talking stick, which I have a picture. They brought a doll who they named Eve, and then actually I think the doll is wearing like a skirt or shorts that says Mom Talk on the butt. So,
Bill wants some of
anyway.
those. Too.
Yeah, well, I'd wear that too.
Okay. And so whoever's holding Eve gets to talk. So then they go around and try and like talk out through specific issues after having their moment. Again, like they really want to get to the bottom of Demi's inconsistencies. And here's my message. Dear Mom Talk, Demi is never going to come clean and clarify this. Nope. She's sticking to her story. So either cut her loose from Mom Talk or let's just move on. Let's move on. And I think they're moving on. So we'll see.
Good.
And then, of course, when they're done with their summit, they make a TikTok. So I posted a picture of this because they have what they have. For those of us that didn't know this, there's little suction cup holders you can have on the back of your phone. That way you can put the phone on glass and then do your little dance in front of your phone and have a good camera angle. So anyway, so that's how they end their summit. And then on to Taylor and Dakota.
By the way,
So-
in that group
Yes.
photo, you notice Taylor Frankie Paul is right in the middle, in the front.
Of course.
She started all of this, Bill.
Yeah, that's her thing.
Yeah, it's also her phone too. But yes, she's in charge.
Oh well,
and also now she gets to be in charge again because no charges are going to be filed.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now we're back to Taylor and Dakota. So one of the things that Taylor talks about with her mom at the beginning of the episode is that she's working on developing a custody plan with a mediator. Because remember, she and Dakota never got married,
Right.
but they have this child they're trying to co-parent. So she's trying to get a custody agreement figured out. And then there's this gossip going on with Dakota had cheated on Taylor with a friend of the family, and I don't know how far they went, but he's refusing to film. Taylor wants to have their baby blessed in the church, but you need both parents apparently to sign off on the baby blessing, and Dakota won't sign off, so she holds a little get together, like a family prayer for the baby. So anyway, but then the episode ends on this cliffhanger, which is not great, but also we want to know what's going to happen. So the episode ends with Taylor has dinner with Chase. Chase used to be married to Miranda then Mom Talk. And so Chase and Miranda, when they were married, was the couple that Taylor and her ex-husband would stop swinging with. And Chase has been causing a lot of drama the last 2 seasons. And he reaches out to Taylor and wants to just touch base and reconcile. And he had a girlfriend. He broke up with her. So now here are these 2 people who used to do stuff, having dinner. And there's definitely chemistry between them. And Taylor doesn't want to use the word chemistry, and so I have a picture of them sitting at dinner.
Taylor will manufacture chemistry whenever she needs to.
Oh, Bill, have you been a victim of Taylor's?
I have indeed.
I thought she liked me.
Yeah, I mean, again, what we were saying about Whitney, she's very good at her job. So anyway, so they're having this there's this dinner, and then one of the things that came out too with the soft swinging was that Chase caught feelings for Taylor was the rumor, and so they talk about that. Taylor's like, "Do you want to talk about that?" And he's like, "Well, things happen when you hang out with people." And he said, "Should we kiss?" And that's literally how the episode ends.
Oh,
so good Lord, so gross.
Man, I'm
So
glad I
gross.
don't watch this.
I know. You should be glad. And so my drinking game this week, and I don't know if I can do it, is the and the yes, that. And so you're going to take a drink each time Demi doubles down on her very inconsistent story. And I do want to say that both these things could be true, that what she's saying could be absolutely true, and it could be very, very inconsistent. But I'm really tired of it, and she needs to do a better job of convincing us all or just move on. So,
all right.
Get drunk.
All right.
Is that it for this episode?
Well, and we could talk. Actually, I was going to say we could talk a little bit about the charges no longer being brought against Taylor Frankie Paul.
Well, let's. We can hold you on over for another break and talk about that.
We'll do that.
Okay, perfect.
All right, hang on the line, and we'll talk to Victoria about what's going on here. Traffic, please.
Had a pretty good commute so far. I suspect it will be much worse on your commute home tonight. That's when all the weather should be happening. But right now, I just have this crash. Northbound I-15 33rd south off to the right shoulder. Let's see. Slow down near exit 275 southbound I-15 in Pleasant Grove. Let's see. Looks like that's it. If you see something, you can always share it with us at 33986. See the South Salt Lake Mural Festival Saturday, May 9th from 2 to 6 with 90 murals, work from dozens of Utah artists at the largest collection of street art in Utah. Get more details on this free community event at sslarts.org.
All right, so we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. Victoria can tell us all about the symposium that she attended while she was out here and more of
the charges
and stuff like that. Stand by. KXRK Provo.
X90.
Show you something, Gina.
What do you got?
And everybody else can look in.
Yes.
What?
Something furry. Oh, I can't tell.
Is it?
It looks like something that my cat coughed up. What is that? Can't tell what it is.
How much money if I eat it?
Wait a minute. Let's see it again. That does not look edible.
It looks like hair.
It does, doesn't it?
What is
it?
How much if I eat it?
$5.
$5 to eat it?
I'll give you $5.
Okay. There it is.
Okay.
Ready?
That's disgusting.
What?
And it kind of dissolves in your mouth, doesn't
You
it?
seem to be enjoying it, whatever
What
it
is
is.
it?
A little bit.
What?
Pork foo.
Pork
Which is what? What is pork foo?
It's essentially just pork jerky that's just been shredded.
Shredded,
very
yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like lint.
So that wasn't such a dare after
No.
I owe you $5.
$5.
Where do you get pork foo?
At the Asian store.
Now, are you supposed to just enjoy it that way, or are you supposed to also add it onto food? Or?
That's what's great about it, is that it's so functional and it dissolves, and you can put it in stuff, and it brings that nice pork flavor. And but like you said, it dissolves, and you know, and then when moisture hits it, it's kind of like it's meat. You know, it is. It's just.
I know exactly. Oh man,
it's delicious.
But it looks hairy. Is it?
It is.
Well,
is it hairy?
No.
In your mouth?
A little for a
it's
second.
Like, how about think of it as cotton candy, except it's meat.
Meat candy.
It's meat cotton candy. Essentially.
Would you eat it, Gina?
I would try it.
Would you?
Sure.
Okay. Maybe I'll
send her over some pork foo.
Now they call it also pork floss, but you know, it says on the package pork foo, so that's what I'm going with.
That's much better. What is the brand? Straighten the label out there. Let me look at the whole.
It's Kimbo brand.
That's great.
Trust
See, that's
it.
Kimbo brand pork foo.
Yes, Kimbo brand
dried pork product. Mm-hmm. My wife goes to the Asian store, the one on 9th South, all the time. That big one. So I bet they have it
Put
there.
pork foo on the shopping list.
Get you a jar of pork foo.
Get me a jar of pork foo while you're out, honey.
Yeah, it looks like the dogs tore up the carpet. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah, but it's delicious.
Harriman.
Who?
James Earl.
From Harriman.
Aha. Okay.
Harriman.
All right.
All right.
So we're back with Victoria, and the Real Housewives of,
Secret
Lives of Mormon Wives,
and all the wives.
Now there was something you wanted to talk a little bit about Taylor Frankie Paul not being charged.
Yeah, mainly, I think this means we're going to get the Bachelorette, because the concern was, right, about the charges being brought. So I wonder if this means that we are going to get this. So I'm waiting for that announcement is what I think is coming next.
I don't know. Is there just still too much, though, surrounding the fact that there is video of her throwing chairs and hitting her kid in the head?
That possibly. The thing is, though, like that incident has been dealt with. And so I guess it depends. That's a good point on like what the PR is on that. And then, I mean, one of the things definitely now we're talking about is the redemption story. There could be an opportunity. This really could be a redemption for that. But I mean, technically that incident that's what she was serving her probation for.
Yeah.
So I think she still is. So, if you do the crime and you do the time, how to let people move on?
I don't know. You're an attorney. You tell me.
We need to let people move on, but I don't know if that always looks like.
You'll see the show, and it'll be huge. It'll be huge ratings and a lot of money for Hulu. And
the other show though, Real Housewives of Salt Lake. So Jen Shaw is out. I don't know if you guys talked about this one, but
we didn't.
was here.
Not yet. Yeah.
But she did a big interview with People Magazine, and there's a big photo spread with her and Sharif and her whole family. And now you've said before that you think that Andy Cohen would never have her back on Real Housewives.
No, and I think that's why she had to do the People route. I think that's because she went that route to do her coming out of prison story. Because a perfect example is Karen from Real Housewives of Potomac. She had a very bad DUI incident last year. The whole thing's caught on camera. She says horrible things. She's really out of it. And her coming out of, when done with her time, he did an interview. Andy Cohen did an interview with Karen. And so they're very different, in my mind, and I don't know if that's how they talk about it at Bravo, they're different types of offenses. Karen hurt herself, and that luckily her husband wasn't hurt in that incident. And this is her way to make herself look better. And I maintain that Jen Shaw had not real, but she had very specific victims that we can point to, and we're not just talking about her. And it would be purely for her own benefit to get that. And so to me, the fact that People did this and no one else would to me, that's Bravo making a statement about that.
Yeah. So let's talk about your time here in Salt Lake. You came to Salt Lake last Friday to be on a symposium, a panel at the Humanities Department up at University of Utah, and you were invited to be on that panel. Talk about your experience and what else you saw there.
It was. I'll say they put on a great event. I posted pictures on my Instagram at Judgy Empath. If you want to go check that out, you can see they put a lot of thought into the event. They made name tags you could put on. They had a step and repeat. They brought wigs so you could go take pictures. They made these signs of different quotable quotes from the housewives. And so so the panel I was invited to be on was I would say the least academic-y type of panel. And so it was me and a gentleman from the Arts Council, and then there was a professor and then a student from Westminster. And we were there to set the stage for, the different lenses that we bring to the housewives. And so that was really interesting. And so we had some time to talk about. And one of the things they asked me about was, by living here in Chicago, because, they're in the Utah bubble, what is it like outside? And one of the stories I shared was that I was at the gym one time, and there was this woman who had just gotten done with her workout. She's holding her phone, and she's trying to change, and she's watching the Greek tragedy episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and she can't put her phone down. She's trying to change and navigate her locker, and she cannot put this phone down because she's so engaged. And then the Tribune published an article summarizing the event, and it shares the other story that I shared of, again, someone seeing my Bad Mormon shirt and starting a conversation with me about the show. And so it shows, the interest in outside of Utah and non-Mormons, like their interest in it. So that was a great opportunity. And then I really appreciate all the fans and friends of the program I got to meet. It was so neat to talk to you in person and to connect not only over the Radio from Hell, but also over the Housewives. It's just neat to bring that together. And then the different panels, the article that Shameen's wrote is great because it summarizes, it does a great job capturing each of the different sessions to get a sense and be a great reminder of what happened. The thing I want to say that I think is the thing that no one else would say, but Victoria will say those things, was there was a presenter who was supposed to talk about the fashion of the Real Housewives. And I think I forgot her biography. And if you go and look at the agenda, you can go look her up. But one of my complaints is she has a true disdain for the housewives. You could see like how much she did not like these women. She thought they were ridiculous, and she was analyzing their fashion. And she basically, she showed this picture of Bronwyn, and she called her a call girl. She said she looked like a call girl, which I was like, this is slut shaming, and fashion has changed. This woman was a woman of a certain age, and I don't know if that informed her fashion, but she thought she was the fashion expert, and I didn't appreciate. And I feel like I don't know if Tanner Humanities, if that person was vetted, but we were there to gather and share in our fandom and affection for the Real Housewives, and to have a presenter like that was really interesting.
Well,
and a lot of us were hoping to hear more about the fashion and not just like making fun of it.
Well, aside from her for perhaps slut shaming, which Bronwyn was it? Did you say?
Yes.
Aside from that, she apparently was the only one there who had any taste at all and didn't like the show.
Stop it!
How did the audience react?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
When she said that.
It was quiet. My thought is us all being very polite and kind didn't want to say anything. And that's why I'm saying this for all of you who were in attendance and maybe didn't want to say the thing. It wasn't cool. And the group I was mostly my family that I was with, that was what we observed. We're like, we didn't appreciate that. And so, but that, I'll be curious to see if anybody has any feedback about that. But other than that, it was so interesting. And at the very end, they had a panel that was basically like simulating a watch party. And so they had different students come up, and they would show a clip, and they would have us participate by putting up a survey and reacting to different things happening. And so it was really, the way they set it up was just really thoughtful. And they gave us all such great swag. They had these mugs, the insulated wine tumblers, and they did such a great job like putting something on. And I know we couldn't do this all the time, but I hope there's another opportunity to do something like this. This is fantastic. Bring fans together.
I'm looking at a picture here. I think Stephanie posted this in our chat room. A picture of you on the panel, and you're wearing your Bad Mormon sweatshirt.
That's Heather Gay's thing.
And you are so you were here in the studio, and your hair is wild. You look like a wild woman when you're here. Your hair just goes everywhere, and you have tattoos. And here you look like a school teacher. Your hair is all back in a bun, and you're wearing glasses.
She's being professional.
And you're wearing a plaid skirt instead of.
She looks adorable.
Yeah, well, you should have seen her here in the studio.
I'm sure she looked adorable in a different way.
What is the first thing I said to you on the radio when you were here?
You said I was very cute.
I said you are so damn cute, and here you are just looking cute in a different way. You look like a different person.
No, I get that a lot because of what I do with my hair. So the first thing I'll say is, for those of us that know, code switching is a thing. And then I do like to. I did curate each outfit as a housewife, as a proper housewife does. I curated the right outfit for the right crowd.
Exactly.
All right.
I knew people would love that sweatshirt, and no one else dressed up. I'll say that for the event too. I thought people were going to come up in their housewife swag. I think I was the only person that really showed up in housewives garb. So I had to go away. But yes, and then also personally, it's hard to pack all that product for the curls. So I can only get so far.
Although I did see a picture of the moderator, Ben Winslow, wearing a Pioneer bonnet with his suit.
Well, he's adorable.
He is adorable.
He did a great job, and he was there throughout the whole event. He did such a great job bringing the energy and keeping things going. So, no, they did such a great job with the event.
We knew Ben Winslow back when he was a very young reporter with purple hair.
That's right.
Ooh.
Yep.
You talk about code switching.
Victoria, always nice to hear from you. We'll talk to you next week, I guess. And
all right, thanks so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Judge at Judge
guys.
Empath, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Follow me on Instagram. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Victoria.
Hate the world today.
All right. Traffic.
Crash northbound I-15 72nd South in Midvale, off to the right shoulder. And that's about it. I'm just scrolling through our message stream, see if anybody sent anything in there via text. Nope, but if you see something, even if it's nothing, if you're driving saying everything's great, you can let us know that as well. I don't see anything. Text it to us, 33986.
Beat Gina coming up after these short messages and a song for you. It's easy to play, easy to win, multiple choice, pop culture trivia. What is the prize today?
Well, it's tickets to the Things Can Only Get Better tour at July 29th at the Maverick Center, featuring Howard Jones, Wang Chung, The English Beat, Modern English. Information and tickets at x96.com.
It's going to be a good show. 877-602-9696. All you got to do is call and sit through a game of Beat Gina. 877-602-9696. And we will play that game after a short break and some music. Here we go.
Hi.
Hello, Todd.
Yes, so yesterday, Father's Day.
Yes.
And I guess all of us in this room, our fathers have all passed. Now, this is my first Father's Day without mine.
The first everything is hard.
Not good at all.
Yeah, the first everything
it's
is
tough.
hard.
But so we decided, we've been kind of doing, my brothers and I and my mom, we've been on Sunday just going to lunch somewhere, and she lives out in Weber County, and so we kind of head that way. And I heard it was a couple days ago on this very show, someone was talking about some places in Ogden, and then a listener either texted in or called in and says, "Hey, wait, Ogden's our little secret. Don't be telling people how nice
How great
it is."
Yeah.
Which I'm now going to do. I'm going to share the secret because it's been a minute. Like I've been, in downtown Ogden a few times, but the more I go, the more
it's cool.
way different than you've ever even thought. And there are so many great little pubs and eateries and restaurants. And so here's the vibe yesterday in Ogden. So we decide that we're going to go to this place called it's the Utah Brewery.
Yeah. Oh, they got a good burger there.
Yeah, and my mom tried to eat one of those. Massive. So you go there, and anyway, so we're trying to find it. And so you have, where the junction is, which is where the old Ogden City Mall was. You have the big old parking structures.
It's the same parking structure.
We're the ones for the mall. So we're kind of going there based on GPS because I have not been to this place before. I think it's on Grant Avenue. So we go to park, and I've got my mom who's elderly, and you don't want to have her walking blocks and blocks. And then you have nobody wants to walk. It was hot.
Yeah.
Then I've got my handicapped brother. So we park, and we're all sorted together in the parking structure, and we start looking at our phones. Okay, how do we find the place from here? And we end up taking this massive, huge detour through all of the parking structure, almost to the other end of the wrong block. And then we come out, and we have to walk all the way back up the street. And then we're like, we pulled in right there. We were pulled into the parking
We were so
structure
close.
right across the street. So we kind of failed in that regard. But here's the vibe. So this brewery, it's just a great little pub, great food. Michael, our waiter, who, when he was taking our order, he's like, "Okay, and Todd, what would you like?" I'm like, how do you know my name? And he's like, "Well, you're Todd Newcomb."
Of course you are.
And he's like,
Don't you know who you are?
I camped out at, it was back when we had, I think, The Offspring or one of those shows for the Big Ass Show. And we used to have the ticket sale at the studio when we were up in Trolley Corners. He's like, when I was in high school, I camped out, overnight to get the $9.60 tickets. And and he's like, I remember that. So we reminisced, and it was just great. So here's the vibe. So you have this brewery. There's all these great restaurants. People are there. It's just humming along. And there's an Ogden Raptors game going on, and the stadium's like right behind the brewery. In fact, you can get yourself on their patio. And there's just a fence between the Lindquist Field where the Raptors play.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so you can sit there, have a beer, watch the game, get some delicious food. And it was cool. And it was just this. I'm like, this is Ogden. Like it's not.
Well, it wasn't
what
like
was.
that when
we lived up that way. Yeah,
when
like in,
KJQ was up there.
the 80s and the 90s.
It was not like that at all.
Sketchy. It was.
They were trying to make it.
Yeah,
that
they were
way.
in the process of revitalizing, and I thought
Yeah.
it'll never work. It'll never. And they're like, we want it to be like Park City, and I'll be damned, it is very nice.
It is.
There's
It's
lots
cool.
of good restaurants.
And in
25th
these-
Street.
Oh, that's
is-
the best walk. Just walk up and down 25th. And all those old classic old buildings that have been there forever have been, most of them converted into cool little restaurants and pubs and eateries and coffee shops and bookstores. Like, it's really cool.
Well, it's already begun here. Sketchy Blake of Ogden, please.
Stop
Please stop
telling
saying
people.
nice things about Ogden. We're trying to keep it sketchy.
It's worth your trip. Seriously, go there.
Well, and they do those concerts.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they got the whole Twilight concert series and almost a better lineup for
Yeah.
the Ogden ones than here. Like,
I know, right?
And then that amphitheater where they do those is great. Like, it's happening. It is not the Ogden that I remember at all. Like, remember when we used to do the street festival?
Street festival.
And it was just a bunch of, it was sketchy.
It was.
It was just sketchy. But now it's like this hip town with cool places.
Well, see, they
and
could bring back the street festival now.
It would be way
And it'd be
different.
huge.
And it would be huge.
I mean, and they do. Like, they have a lot of events on 25th Street.
They have a
They'll
huge farmers market
Yeah, they
there.
do car shows. They'll close off 25th Street from time to time during the summer. And just, I mean, but yeah, Ogden, pay attention
Sorry,
to
Ogden,
it.
your secret's out.
I've ruined the secret.
No,
Too late.
that Utah burger is a damn good burger.
So my sweet mom, she's like, well, I want the burger. And
It's-
they bring it out.
yeah.
And it's like 8 inches tall.
It's one of those you don't know how to attack it. Like,
And there's like 18 pieces of bacon on
smash
it.
it down. and-
I don't like a tall burger.
And
I got to try to figure out a way to unhinge my jaw.
I know, that's what I thought. I'm like, Mom, you're going to have to like get your knife and fork and just
So I
cut
wind
little
up
bites
squishing
of
it,
yeah.
you know.
But it was fun. So thanks, Michael and the team at Utah Brewery, and we'll send you the bill.
Ogden's awesome.
All that free advertising I just gave you.
Yeah. I know. I had that thought when I ate there last time. I'm like, these guys should advertise with us. And then I
Yes.
was like, no, there's a line out. There
Yeah,
was
they
a
don't
line
need.
to get in. They don't need our.
But well, now there will be a bigger
yeah,
line.
a bigger line.
We've ruined the secret. It's okay. I'll have Adam call him. We'll
Okay.
get this.
Jimmy John's in the chat room. Live the cheap life in Ogden. We have better. And he starts listing
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's something else. Oh, and then we were up that way as well for Father's Day on Saturday. For my father-in-law, we went and had lunch at the place called Napoli's. It's more in Riverdale, but then it was Far's ice cream after. Classic. Oh yes.
I need to go back to Far's.
Oh, Gina, it's awesome.
Tammy won, and Anthony won. Big W's. I'm BG announcer Johnny Ola. In just a moment, but first, I've got diet advice for those of you who are willing to heed it.
Oh?
You want to lose weight?
Yeah?
Well, snack on some candy for about an hour before lunch.
I can do that.
Sugar's quick energy
Oh.
can be the willpower you need to eat less. Surprise! sugar isn't a bad guy.
Oh.
The sugar in a soft drink or an ice cream cone shortly before mealtime turns into energy fast.
Yes.
And that energy could be just the energy you need to say no to those extra helpings at mealtime. That's why sugar is a good guy.
Oh.
Surprise! Sugar, only 18 calories per teaspoon,
Oh,
and
it's
it's all energy. For sugar information, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Sugar Information, General P.O. 94, New York, New York 10001. And for a 5-pound bag of cane sugar immediately, just stop by Chico's Sugar Shack, located conveniently on the old highway just west of town.
The first one's always free.
And remember, sugar is the good guy. And now,
paid for by Big Sugar.
I'm in the pocket of Big Sugar. I freely admit it. And now, he's a good guy, and even sweeter than sugar. Your host, Kerry Jackson.
I used to work for a guy named Big Sugar back in the bad old days. All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant. Gina, you'll be playing against Hiroko. Hiroko is here. Hello. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there. Let's toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game if you call it correctly, heads or tails.
Heads.
All right. Let's see what we got. It is tails, Hiroko. Terribly.
You're going to have to work for these. Things Can Only Get Better tickets coming July 29th to the Maverick Center, featuring full performances by Howard Jones, Wang Chung, The English Beat, and Modern English.
All right, Hiroko, here we go. Because Gina won the coin toss, she gets to go first. Multiple choice pop culture trivia. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, Hiroko, I hope you were paying attention, because I'll ask you the same question if she gets it incorrectly. And if you answer it correctly, you'll steal her point away, and we'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. All right, here's how it's going to work today, you guys. I've got 4 different subjects. You pick the subject for each of you.
Okay.
Gina, your choice. Twin Peaks trivia, Fern Gully trivia, American Psycho trivia, or Full Metal Jacket trivia.
Let's go American Psycho.
American Psycho trivia. All right, here we go. Gina. Okay. What animal is Patrick's girlfriend holding at the Christmas party?
Okay.
What animal? Is it 1, a pig? Is it 2, a cat? Is it 3, a duck-bill platypus? Or is it 4, a spoonbill platypus?
A cat.
You think a cat?
No?
Huh? Nope. Terribly sorry.
Hiroko?
A pig.
Pig is correct.
There's a point for Hiroko, 1-0. Hiroko controls the
Yay.
question. Yay, she could go up by 2-0.
All right, Hiroko. American Psycho, Twin Peaks, Fern Gully, or Full Metal Jacket trivia?
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket trivia for Hiroko. Here we go. Let's see. What was said by Sergeant Hartman on graduation day? Was it 1, assume the position? 2, did your parents have any children that lived? Is it 3, today you are no longer maggots? Or is it 4, welcome to my beloved Corps?
3.
Today you are no longer maggots? Correct.
Oh, there you
Yes.
go.
All those lines were said by him in the movie, but not at
Parents
graduation.
have any children that live.
Yes.
It's 2-0. Gina, you're nothing. And it's your turn.
Gina, Full Metal Jacket, American Psycho, Twin Peaks, or Fern Gully?
Let's stick with Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. All right. What causes the demise of Crazy Earl?
Okay.
Was it 1, playing Russian roulette with his platoon? Is it 2, a toy stuffed with explosives? Was it 3, a coyote dropped an anvil on him from atop that cliff? Or 4, he tried to jump the General Lee over Saigon's sewer treatment plant?
It's very difficult to do.
Yes.
I'm going Russian roulette.
Russian roulette, that's a different movie.
Oh.
Deer
Win
Hunter.
here. How about a win here?
Number 2.
Toy stuffed with explosives.
There
Very
you go.
good.
Wow.
Wham, bam. Thank you, Hiroko.
All right.
Nicely
You
done.
very easily are walking away with these Things Can Only Get Better tour tickets, Hiroko.
Very good. All right, hang on the line. We'll tell you how to get those tickets.
Listen, I've got to go. I've got to get home. I got some sugar waiting for me.
I'll bet you do. All right, Big Boy News now, brought to you by
Clark Planetarium presents Lost Wolves of Yellowstone, a breathtaking IMAX journey into the dramatic reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park, an epic story of survival, controversy, and the wild's return. Tickets at clarkplanetarium.org.
And don't forget,
the views expressed on X96's Radio from Hell show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Broadway Media, its management, owners, or advertisers.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
So they're calling Christopher Nolan the patron saint of movie theaters because pretty much he directs a movie, people will go to the movie theater and see it. He was at that Cinecon in Las Vegas to talk up The Odyssey, his historical drama based on Homer's Greek epic. I'm excited to see this, I have to say. Not that he needs to convince exhibitors to schedule any of his films. Movie theater operators adore him. Naturally, he was greeted with standing ovation. He walked on stage at the Coliseum. He's an introvert, very kind of shy. He doesn't like to, so he tried to deflect the attention, joking that he's just happy that he's not following Steven Spielberg during the presentation. Spielberg's new film, Disclosure Day, was teased later in the afternoon. He got right to the point. He addressed his decision to adapt the original epic for today's audiences, Matt Damon starring as Odysseus, the king of Ithaca, and the story chronicles his long and a perilous return home after the Trojan War. Why the Odyssey? He said the Odyssey is a story that has fascinated generation after generation for 3,000 years. It's not a story, it's the story.
Yeah.
And he also, I thought it was interesting, he said, it was a horrible experience, a very difficult experience, but in a good way. That's the way it should have been. He said it was a very
Filming
difficult
it was difficult?
Yeah, very. Yeah. He said this film was an absolute nightmare to film, but in all the right ways. We had an amazing time, really. He said Matt Damon was great. He was our partner on this journey.
Matt Damon.
And he said it was arduous, it was difficult, but that's the way it should be. And you can tell he's bursting with pride about this movie. So it'll be fascinating to see.
Big summer movie.
This was just into the newsroom, which is my computer right here. Justin Fairfax, former lieutenant governor of Virginia, and his wife Serena Fairfax were found dead in an apparent murder-suicide at their home in Annandale, Virginia, shortly after midnight last night, according to the county police. The Fairfax County Police Chief said that Mr. Fairfax shot his wife and then himself. Their teenage children were home at the time. Man. Fairfax, a Democrat, served as the lieutenant governor from 2018 to 2022. He was accused of sexual assault by two women in 2019, prompting calls for his resignation. Mr. Fairfax denied the allegations and finished out his term, and then ran unsuccessfully for governor, losing in the primary to the former Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe in 2021. Kevin Davis, the county police chief, said that the couple had been in an ongoing domestic dispute surrounding a complicated or messy divorce. Court records show that Mr. Fairfax and his wife, who is a dentist, were in court proceedings this year to divorce. On Wednesday, a report from Punchbowl News uncovered some comments purportedly made by Senator Nate Bluin on Reddit and outdoor recreation-centered forums. They range from jokes about sexual assault to obscene name-calling to disparaging the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Bluin has owned up to and apologized for the comments, which were made back between 2009 and 2015. But despite that apology, fellow Democrats didn't hold back in condemning their colleagues' words, no matter when they were made. Salt Lake County Mayor Jenny Wilson said she was appalled at Bluin's comments and even hinted that he should step down from both his campaign and his current office in the Utah State Legislature.
Oh, really? Wow.
Two businessmen are speaking out against State Representative Trevor Lee's reelection campaign, accusing the Republican lawmaker of previously committing check fraud and using his position in the legislature to try to help a company secure a government contract in exchange for money. The alleged allegation of fraud stems from 2013, when Jason Walton said that Mr. Lee worked for his Moxie Pest Control Company in North Carolina. Mr. Walton, who ran as a Republican in the U.S. Senate primary in Utah in 2024, said Lee had altered multiple checks by increasing the paid amounts, totaling at least $3,100. The other allegation is more recent and involves a Utah County-based company, Eniviev, I think is how you say it, whose owner, Trent Spadaford, said he advanced Lee some $93,000 to help him deal with a personal matter. In exchange, Spadaford alleges Lee promised to help his company obtain a government contract. Both Walton and Spadaford have made their allegations in videos posted to a website paid for by Mr. Walton called StopTrevorLee.com. Lee is a Republican from Layton who was first elected to the House in 2022. Westminster University has a new president. They've named their next president Sylvia Torti. She's been a field biologist studying tropical plants from the Congo to the Caribbean. She's published 2 award-winning novels, and she's been a leader in higher education, including as a dean at the University of Utah, most recently the president of a college in Maine. Now, Sylvia Torti is returning to Utah, where she will take the helm of Westminster University, small private college here, or university, I should say, where her varied passions will fit perfectly with the liberal arts mission. The university, Torti's appointment in a news release said that she is an impressive candidate. People are excited. She will be a phenomenal fit for Westminster University. Bids are open until Monday in a bankruptcy auction on Wohali. It is a financially troubled, partially built luxury golf course and
Should we
resort.
buy it? Let's buy it.
And resort in Colville.
We'll
No,
call
let's
it the
not buy
Radio from Hell
No,
golf.
it's in Colville. Let's
What's
not
wrong
buy
with
it.
that?
That's the likely nobody.
That's the problem with it.
That's the reason. The likely opening offer of $65 million from the foreign investors who've been backing it is insufficient, said a Park City billionaire who put in his own bid. Lawsuits began piling up last summer after contractors sued Wohali Land Estates for not paying millions of dollars in invoices, and after the company's lender said it started skipping interest payments, Wohali filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy in August. The golf course is finished, and a bird's eye view shows mostly completed roads going through the rolling hills. The public infrastructure for housing, though, isn't complete, according to bankruptcy filings, which means there's no sewer and none of that.
Yeah.
Construction was suspended before many structures were weather tight or had utilities installed, and so it's starting to crumble, I would imagine. The Saudis are going to back away from the Live Golf thing.
Oh, really?
Under mounting financial pressure. Saudi leagues established in 2022 attracted some of the sport's biggest stars with lots of because they offered big money.
Big prize money, yeah.
But Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth is on the verge of announcing it will withdraw financial support from Live Golf, the upstart golf circuit it launched 4 years ago to compete with the PGA. The Saudi League splashed into professional golf in 2022, attracting some of the sport's biggest stars with contracts that exceeded by tens of millions of dollars their career earnings with more established circuits like the American-run PGA Tour. But the Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion sovereign wealth fund announced a new 5-year strategy on Wednesday. The fund's governor saying, we need to slow down on some of our big projects here. The famous Dubai Hotel, the 5-star Jumeirah Burj Al Arab, it's the one with the big sail on top of it.
Oh, yeah.
And they're closing down.
Oh, really?
The hotel has said they are in the process of upgrading their iconic decor, and they didn't mention the war in the Middle East. And there have been some.
You mean tourism's down?
And there's been some bombs,
Yeah.
kind of launched in their direction. I don't think that's one of the hotels that's been hit, but so they say they're just going to.
I think it's 'cause if tourism's down, that's a good time to renovate stuff because not very many people are coming.
And I've mentioned this story before, but I'm going to mention it again because I'm going to try and talk Jimmy into getting together with me, and we'll build a still in my basement. An appeals court on Friday last Friday declared unconstitutional a 158-year-old federal ban on home distilling.
What?
Calling it unnecessary and an improper means for Congress to exercise its power to tax.
And Bill, in Utah, it is the appeals court.
Appeals.
That's true. Appeals.
They argued that people should. This is from a lawsuit from the Hobby Distillers Association, and said people should be free to distill spirits at home, whether as a hobby or for personal consumption. And they want to create an apple pie vodka recipe.
Okay.
And the judge who signed the order said, "I look forward to sampling their output."
Am I the only one who can work and drink at the same time?
All right, that's it.
Cannonball! Cannonball coming. Cannonball coming.
Sports weather traffic.
Well, Kim Kardashian, just wait, and Lewis Hamilton.
I'm waiting.
Oh, he's sports.
Are fully in their cozy couple era, so comfortable they're out doing the most domestic thing possible, rug shopping.
Rug shopping.
The duo kept it low-key in L.A. on Tuesday, dressed down while browsing luxury rugs. What, like you do.
Sure.
Just days after popping up together at Coachella. Lewis is the car racing.
Does he look tiny next to her?
Look tiny?
He's a little man.
He's taller than her.
Is he?
I don't know how tall she is, but apparently it was an epic battle last night with the Salt Lake Bees and the Sugarland Space Cowboys going 12 innings.
Woo!
With the Bees coming out on top 9-8. They play again tonight, which I don't know. That it could be a messy one tonight.
Could be.
6:30. It's Thirsty Thursday, by the way.
Oh, I see.
Utah Mammoth are home tonight. They'll be inside. So if you want to go see a sporting event indoors,
now you're selling it.
Yeah, this will be the way to do it. They play St. Louis Blues Tusks Up tonight at 5:30. And just speaking of the weather, it was 62 in my car when I was driving to work this morning. It's 48 right now. It's dropped that much just in a few hours.
Yeah, I think it was 50-something last hour when you said
Yeah.
it.
And it's going to drop so much that tonight we have a freeze warning in effect. Tonight and tomorrow night.
Wow.
80% chance of showers today. So going to start out as rain before 3 p.m. Then snow showers likely. Yes, even down here in the valley. Even some thunder possible. Wind is going to be high today. So this is a quick moving wet and cold storm coming through today and into tonight, and then we warm up for the weekend. We're back up in the 70s by Sunday, it looks like. So
all right,
let's see traffic. Let me refresh this, give you the most up-to-date information possible. Northbound I-15, there's a crash at 72nd South in Midvale. Friend of the program says crash eastbound I-80 just before State Street. 2 right lanes blocked. Police not on the scene yet, but Infiniteam's on the scene. If you're on the scene of something and you want to tell us about it, you can do that via text at 33986. Magic the Gathering returns to the world of Arcavios in Secrets of Strixhaven. Discover new cards featuring the 5 schools and uncover a mystical archive spell card in every pack. Haster Games, pre-release events April 17th and 18th.
I was in error. Lewis Hamilton is 5'9".
Yeah, and Kim is 5'2".
Okay.
So in certain areas he's smaller.
Well, yeah. I mean, he looks,
standing next to
slight.
Jason Momoa.
No, I mean, even standing next to Kim Kardashian, she's ample. He is very slight.
Yes. All right, we will take a break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stand by.
I was worried you guys would hear Mohammed ordered a duck call a while ago, and it finally arrived. So he's been walking around the house tooting on his duck call.
Now, did he get that from the Duck Dynasty people? I hope
I'm
not.
not sure where he got. Here, I'll grab him real quick.
What's the name of their duck? Is it Duck Commander or something like that?
I don't know. Now, see, I'm trying to figure out why he would have a duck call. Now, I had
because
a
he's-
duck call growing up because we would hunt ducks.
He has been duck hunting.
Has he been?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think Gina's told us the story. He has been duck hunting with his uncle or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. No,
Because
this is.
so I have a passing familiarity with duck calls.
I think the Duck Dynasty people. Their company was called Duck Commander, but that's how they made their millions of dollars. Is with a duck with duck
With
calls.
the duck calls, yeah. That's how they made all their big
Okay,
money.
show him your
Okay.
duck call.
So
Well,
there's
no, wait.
blow
First
in
of
it.
all, wait a second. First of all, I want to know what brand this is, Mohammed. What brand
Here.
of duck call is this?
Bill wants to know what brand of duck call it is. Into the microphone.
It's a Duck's Waterfowl duck call.
Duck's Waterfall.
DUX is a brand.
DUX.
I see.
Okay.
Okay, one more toot and then go to school. Okay, have a good day.
Yeah, that's important. It's important that he have one of those.
I can do
He's
that.
my little hunter.
Yeah,
He's my little outdoorsman.
Carrie was wondering why he had it, and I said, "Well, I remember the story. He's been duck hunting.
He's been.
Oh,
duck
yeah.
hunting. Okay.
He's my outdoorsman.
And now it's time for the feature we call
Catholics.
I was hanging with the Catholics last night.
Oh, you got some intel?
Well,
Gina Barberi, of course, is our conduit to the Catholic community.
Secret Cabal.
Opus Dei, were you hanging with them?
No. My nephew Declan was having his confirmation last night. Confirmation is, okay, when you're baptized in the Catholic Church, your godparents stand up and say, do you reject Satan? And the godparents say, yes, we do. And
This is when you're an infant.
Yes.
So you're not capable of saying, yes, I reject Satan.
Yeah, but then when you're about 14, 15, 13, somewhere in there, you go through confirmation where you stand up for yourself and go, yeah, I reject Satan. He's not a good guy.
Can I remind you that your godparents said you reject Satan? Do you still reject Satan?
I remember that from The Godfather.
And it's a big deal in the Catholic Church, and the bishop.
Where do they have it? Like at the
It's at
Denny's or
it was when he becomes the godfather to somebody's kid, and the priest says, "Do you reject Satan?" At that same time, all the murders that he ordered were happening.
Yeah.
All the individual parishes do their own.
you don't do it like at Chuckarama.
No, we were at St. Ambrose last night, and it's a big deal because the bishop comes to do it.
I thought you said this was Catholic stuff.
The
bishop of the ward?
No,
comes?
the Catholic bishop.
Oh, Catholics have bishops too.
Yeah, Bishop Solis,
Huh?
who's just adorable. And I was sitting there I mean, I'm the resident Catholic, but I never go to mass. I don't. But
Does Bishop Solis know this?
But I was sitting there, and I know patriotic isn't the right word for it, but I was feeling patriotic about the Catholic Church, just with everything going on with the Pope lately and him kind of sparring with President Trump.
You
about
didn't
stuff.
stand up and rip your bodice and scream, "I love Pope Leo."
I
Did you?
didn't, but I was feeling that, and I know there's probably a word for when you feel that way about.
You were feeling overcome.
I'm like, yeah, Catholics. And there's a couple of different things that are going on in relation to that. So 60 Minutes on Sunday had a big interview with a bunch of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops.
Okay.
Talking about what's going on with Trump kind of attacking Pope Leo.
Not kind of.
Here is what the Catholic bishops had to say about that. For over 1,000 years, the Catholic Church has taught just war theory, meaning there are just wars.
Mhm.
There is such a thing as a just war. And it's that long tradition that the Holy Father carefully references in his comments on war. A constant tenet of what 1,000-year tradition is that a nation can only legitimately take up a sword in self-defense once all peace efforts have failed. That's when a war is just. Everything that Trump is saying about Pope Leo, he's soft on crime.
Soft
he
on
thinks
crime.
nuclear weapons are great.
He's never said anything of the kind.
No, here are some of the things he said. Blessed are the peacemakers, but woe those who manipulate religion in the very name of God for their own military, economic, or political gain.
That, you could say, is taking the Lord's name in vain.
He's talked about immigration, talking about loving your neighbor, and that your neighbor is not just your next door neighbor, the country next door.
Every
is your
time that
neighbor.
Pope opens his mouth, he proves how woke he is.
In recent weeks, Pope Leo has significantly sharpened his rebukes on the war in Iran, and the Trump administration is not happy about it. And this could have been a boner candidate. The Trump administration has abruptly canceled an $11 million federal contract that helps shelter and care for migrant children who enter the United States without a parent or legal guardian. So picture little tiny scared kid all by themselves showing up at the border. Catholic Charities is a charity that part of their mission is to help those children that show up at the border with no parents. You know, bring them in, find them a place to live, and take care of their health care issues.
You see why they call him Pope Snowflake, don't you?
Church officials say the sudden loss of funding could force the organization to end its operations tied to migrant children within the next 3 months. That's hideous.
Yeah.
Taking it out on little kids.
Little kids. Oh, it's hideous, but it's also what he does.
My favorite thing in all of this is J.D. Vance saying, you know, the Pope really has to be careful what he says about theology.
Stay in his lane.
Because J.D. Vance knows theology better than the Pope.
Well, you know, he's new to it. He's studied it, you know. So he's written a book about his conversion. So clearly he knows more than the Pope, who's studied most of his life.
It's just I don't understand. Trump posted another Jesus picture.
Oh boy.
Not him as Jesus.
No, it's a Jesus giving him a big hug.
That makes people angry when I do that. So instead of Jesus that way, I'll do it Jesus another way.
Yeah.
Jesus
is
look, it's Jesus giving me a big hug.
Jesus is with me.
It's Dr. Jesus right here.
Yeah, Dr. Jesus.
But the Catholics have been a lot of them voted for Trump. They did. But they're
Pope Leo's brother is apparently a Trump
Yeah.
supporter.
But they are turning on him because this new
Well,
pope
yeah.
is beloved by the church and
Particularly, the fact that he's American. American Catholics are the ones voting, and many of them voted for Trump's policies. I think that may be turning around quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just astounding to me that he thinks that he can pick a fight with
Anybody.
the Pope.
Yeah, anybody,
You know,
including the Pope.
Yeah, you can pick a fight with a news anchor, sure, you know, things like that. But the Pope, you think you can win that?
Well, and all the Pope is saying is, let's give peace a chance. How about that?
Yeah, you know, that thing that Jesus talked about. Oh, wait, you didn't read the New Testament. Oh, okay.
Well, it'll just be. I wonder, I wonder is that as it's not quite as high up as Trump can go in the things he attacks. I'm expecting him at some point to really just go hand to glove against either Jesus or Jehovah. I'm gonna box with God. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take God on next.
We're gonna have a big ECW event in the steps of the White House, and I'm going to fight Jesus.
But the Bishop Solis was so adorable last night.
Adorable how?
Well, at the end of Mass, there were a bunch of little kids there. And, not only does the Pope wear a funny hat, but the Bishop wears a funny hat.
Mm-hmm.
He was taking his hat off and letting kids wear it and take a picture with
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was so cute.
I'm trying to picture that.
So cute.
If you do that, they'll stay Catholics.
Well, I think it's inspirational. Like, oh, you mean I could be?
Well, this
the
hat
bishop
isn't blocking the sun or anything.
I could be the bishop someday.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it was a nice evening. Then my sister and her husband took me out for Mexican food after. So that's also very Catholic.
Like Catholics do.
to do.
Dona eis requiem. Pie Jesu Domine. Dona eis requiem.
That was audio from the meeting,
Yeah.
actually.
So does all them Muslims in your family? They just pretend they don't know you when you do this.
The Muslims are the other side of the family.
Catholics.
And my father-in-law, one of his favorite things was on Christmas Eve, he would stay up. My father-in-law was Muslim. He would stay up and watch the midnight mass from the Vatican that they broadcast every year.
Really?
He loved it.
It's just like the pretty colors and stuff.
The fancy hats and everything.
Speaking of Muslims and Catholics, I saw something else today where people were, because this is the woke Pope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snowflake Pope.
We're saying, I can't believe he let them build a prayer room, an Islamic prayer room at the Vatican. And a bishop commented on that and said, there's a prayer room there because...
Yes.
So even bishops make that noise that women make when they're
being... Yeah.
Said that the Vatican Library is open to scholars of all kinds.
Yeah.
And if you're a Muslim scholar, you got to pray 5 times a day.
So what you're saying is there's always been a prayer room there?
No, it's a recent addition, but that they have a place where they can go where they're not going to disrupt people by just stopping in the middle of the library.
There's always been an opportunity for them to go someplace
Yes,
private
yes,
and
but-
pray.
And pray.
This is just a new addition.
Yeah, like, well, why don't we give you a little private space where you? Why would the Catholic Church allow? Because they're
Some of the Muslims were complaining that they were getting tired of doing it in the men's room next to the urinal.
I mean, probably there's part of
I have
that.
to go into the stall to do it.
It's okay. You can have your religion and still be kind to other religions.
This just in, J.D. Vance says that Colonel Sanders should be more careful when talking about fried chicken.
Did you? Did I see it at the movie, that Colonel Sanders commercial where he's dancing and doing magic and
I don't know.
Doing magic?
I'll have to look this up now. Where did I see it?
And Cement Dave, not being a Catholic, is curious, does a bishop's mitre act like the sorting hat in Harry Potter?
Oh, yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, it talks.
Kind of, yeah.
It talks.
Tells you what order you're going to be
That's what I'm
in.
worried about, is what it's going to say to me.
Somebody says, as a resident Catholic listener, growing up Catholic made me liberal.
Because he paid attention to what they were teaching.
I listened.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Catholics!
You should just be, it's basically be nice to people. Be nice to people.
Yeah. Well, they leave those parts out.
Yeah.
Let's
be nice.
Oh, it's the Colonel Sanders I was talking about. There's a new commercial. It's called Colonel Sanders, the finger licking machine.
That sounds
Stop
not.
that.
They shouldn't do that.
That's not real.
It's pretty funny, actually.
All right. Traffic, please, Gina.
Crash eastbound I-80 3rd West in Salt Lake off to the right shoulder. And I don't think anybody sent anything in via text in a bit, but you always can get a hold of us that way. It's an easy way to do it, 33986.
All right, so we're going to take a short break, play a song for you, and after that song, it's the Boner Recap game. Very easy to play the game. All you have to do is tell us who won the boner this morning. And I say easy because if you were listening, you know the answer. We gave it to you earlier this morning, about 7:45. But if you weren't listening, go ahead and cheat. Go to x96.com, look for the box that says Boners April 16, 2026. Click on that box. The answer will be revealed. Call and tell us what it is, and you will win.
You will win
the
a
chicken
bunch
bucket.
of stuff. Yeah,
Chicken
it's
bucket.
the Radio from Hell Chicken Bucket with Harmon's gift card. Our good friends at Harmon's have given us that. And our friends at Larson HVAC and Plumbing. You get a free AC tune-up. I'll tell you more about that when we come back.
All right, so you get the chicken bucket with all that stuff in it. It's 877-602-9696. And all you got to do is call us and tell us who won the boner this morning. It's easy. 877-602-9696. That is the number to call.
Neat. You got a text, Dawn.
I'll bet.
If Dawn's still around. It's...
Yeah. Hello, this is Don. Hi, this is Don Criddle of Mayor Mona.
A friend of the program says, Mayor Mona, I just wanted to let you know I drove by Mona last weekend. I was on I-15 and I saw a sign that said Mona, but never saw another one. So it's the Mona, Utah, so why not sign? It's not. We got to get that up.
Well, sir, or a young woman, as the case may be. We are raising money. The JCs are raising money for the Mona, Utah, so why not sign?
We had the one that I made, Daddy, but somebody stole it.
Well, Denver, we couldn't put up a sign that was done in crayon.
Well, that's all I had at the time. I got my wood burner now, though.
Well, Denver, we're going to get a professional done sign. There's a professional sign maker over there in Nephi.
Listen, I swear, if I could just learn to use my wood burning set without burning my hands, I could make a sign that says, so why not? Here's the other thing, Daddy, is that the kids in Mona don't seem to think that slogan is very good.
Well, I don't care. They're young'uns.
They think it's ironic or something like that. They don't.
Denver, I don't think you know what the word ironic means.
I'm just telling you what I hear them say when we're out behind the shed learning to smoke. I mean, ski.
You're a real good skier too, I understand.
I'm an excellent skier. I can ski in rings. I can do rings when I ski.
I hear you can French curl ski too.
Sure. I think that's what it is.
Well, at any rate.
Is that the one with the tongue?
We're working on the sign, and
Okay.
pretty soon we'll have one. Right. There is no exit for Mona, though, you know. There's just a sign. There's no freeway exit.
No?
No. You have which
How do
is
you
what
know when
makes
you're
us
in Mona?
Well, it's you know.
Oh, you know.
Now, but there's no freeway exit. You get off in the freeway at Nephi, and then you take the only way you could get into Mona is on the back road. It's only on the back road. That's all.
That's why I never leave Mona, Daddy. I get lost.
Well, you're not the only one, Denver. Not the only one who gets lost.
That one time I was lost for a whole 6 hours, and I was scared.
Well, luckily the nice folks at the Safari Motel found you and returned you to Mona.
They covered me in one of them silver space blankets. They said I was.
warm.
They said I was in shock, Daddy.
Kept you warm, didn't it?
It did.
They're nice folks over there to the Safari Motel.
Why is it that whenever people in shock, that's the blankets that people seem to have? I don't understand.
It's a shock blanket, Denver.
Okay.
Most
We need-
good people have one in their trunk.
We need some.
I got one in the trunk.
I might go into shock right now.
I'm going to put you in shock if you don't cut it out.
I need a ski.
You want shock? I'll give you shock, young man. I'll
be back.
shock you good.
I'll be back later. I'm going to go ski right now.
Go have a ski, why don't you,
I'm going to
Denver?
have a ski.
I know what you're talking about.
A leisurely slalom is what I'm going to do.
You leave the house, and I know you ski. I can smell the ski on you when you come back.
That's Aqua Velva, Daddy.
Aqua Velva and ski.
It covers up the ski smell. That's
No,
what
it
I'm
don't.
saying.
You think it does, but it don't.
Maybe I better try Elsia then. All right.
Perfect, actually, because Catherine Zeta texted in from Springville. I have questioned Catherine's age for many years.
I see what you're
in
doing there.
Springville. She claims she's younger than me, and I don't
Springville.
buy it. In Springville.
Okay. Let's see.
I believe it's time for the boner recap.
Is it now?
That's what you're humming
Oh,
about,
okay.
isn't it?
Yeah, there we go.
You went, and I thought, I know what that means. It's
Yeah.
boner recap time. This is it's nominally called a contest, a game, but it's
Yeah. Can any of our
no,
games be?
Not really.
Really?
It's we just give away prizes.
Yeah.
And we're going to give away a prize now to somebody. Who is it?
This is Nikki.
Nikki, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing good. How are you guys?
Just fine. Nikki, what's up with you today? What are you doing?
I'm actually clipping some lilacs from my yard to take them to work today.
I
Right
noticed
up
the
our
lilacs
office.
were blooming everywhere.
Are they?
Oh,
They
yeah.
smell good, don't they?
They smell amazing, and then they start smelling gross. So you got to get them now.
Yeah, that's true. They do after
'em now.
maybe a day or two, and then they're. So, Nikki, where do you work, by the way?
I work at a manual therapy office doing massage called Hermetic in Mill Creek.
Oh, nice. So, Nikki, we're going to read these boner candidates to you. You tell me which one was the winner, and you're going to win a pretty good prize, I think. What is it, Gina?
It's a big prize. It's a Radio from Hell chicken bucket, and in that chicken bucket, you get a mug, a tote bag, a T-shirt, and a Harmon's gift card. You can get your own rotisserie chicken at Harmon's. Spring into savings with Harmon's 5 for $40 deal. Stock up on pantry and household essentials for just $8 each. Only at Harmon's through April 21st. We'll also throw in a free AC tune-up from Larson HVAC and Plumbing, a $96 value. Includes a 20-point AC tune-up service and a free whole home HVAC and plumbing assessment. You can go to larsonhvac.com for more.
Sounds pretty good, huh?
Score.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, Nikki, did you hear the boner candidates earlier?
I didn't, but I think I can guess which one.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how. We'll just see about that. Here they are. Boner candidate number 1. Well, we had a little downtime, so I swiped left. This is a deputy on a SWAT operation in California, caught scrolling on what appeared to be a dating app during a armed standoff with a suspect. The video showed the deputy scrolling left on his phone, woman's profile there. I was pretty sure it was a dating app. And then he scrolled left a couple of other times in this situation. And, and then finally believe the suspect was shot. But he had a little downtime, so why not scroll on a dating app? And then there was boner candidate number 2, dangerous horn beeping in St. George. This is a guy down in St. George who said he was pulled over by the police for honking in support of No Kings protesters. Did a couple of toots on his horn, and the cop pulled him over and gave him a $50 ticket. He's fighting it in court. And then boner candidate number 3, Pete worships the Christian Bible and Quentin Tarantino, apparently. This is Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth speaking at a worship service at the government complex when he read a prayer which he said was from Ecclesiastes, but part of it was from the Bible, and then another part of it was from Pulp Fiction. So those were the 3 candidates. Which one was the winner?
Oh, I'm guessing it's got to be Pete Hegseth. What an idiot.
It was Pete Hegseth. Now, you've won the prize, Nikki. Now, before you finish gathering your lilacs, make sure you talk to Katie. Talk to Katie about how to get your prize, okay?
All right. Thanks, you guys.
All right. Hang on.
All right.
That is interesting. I was just noticing yesterday walking the dogs that the lilacs were out and everywhere.
Out in force. They've been out. They've been out in my yard for about a week. I think.
I don't know. I don't have any
no lilacs
lilacs
in your
around.
life?
My favorite, one of my favorite flowers. My great grandmother in Ogden had it in her backyard. It was like a hedge. I mean, it was just this huge hedge grouping of lilacs. There were lilacs everywhere, and I just adored.
Makes you
them.
think of her.
Yeah, I just loved them. I assume it was her favorite. She was a tiny little woman, and was kind of suffering from dementia when I knew her as a little kid. But she was really sweet, and I'd go over to her house and help her do yard work and stuff.
That was nice
I was
of you.
probably 8 or 9, 10 years old, and we didn't live very far away, so I'd walk over or ride my bike and do help her do yard work and things because she was there all by herself by this time. And I went there one day. So her hair was gray, and it was always in one of those braids around the top of her head. You know how they, like it's a braid, but you're sort of
Like
wind
Mrs. Olsen?
Yeah, kind of. And so that's how I always saw her.
You pulled that one out.
That's how I saw her, and then always. And then, but one day I walked over to her house, and she was out in the backyard, standing in front of that lilac bush, and she was combing out her hair, and her hair went to her ankles.
Wow, really?
And I just stood there going, "What?
What are you, Crystal Gale?"
My God! It was just an amazing sight.
You'd never seen that before.
I'd just always seen her hair wrapped tightly in a big braid.
Well, the lilacs are going to freeze tonight, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a quick question, and I need someone to help me with.
Is this the black box?
Huh?
The
box.
The magic
radio
radio
I'm asking
box.
the magic radio box.
It's not the black box.
Because I got the notice about the voter registration classified private record.
Keeping your information private.
And you have to fill out the form and everything to keep your stuff private.
Right.
Well, I went on the website.
Vote.utah.gov
/voter-privacy-information. Went there, read it.
Yeah.
It said, okay, here's what you got to do. Here's a PDF to download.
Yeah.
And I did.
Yeah.
And then I looked around the website and I couldn't find anything further. Just the PDF. And so I look at the PDF here, and I've got it. And it says, it's got your name, your date of birth, your email address. I'm applying for designation, privacy, and so I put public figure,
Yeah.
And then there's a square, and it says, tell us what's going on. So I wrote,
Right.
Work at radio since in 1982. And it says at the bottom, submit this completed form to your county clerk's office or to the office of the Utah Lieutenant Governor.
Yeah.
You may submit this form via email. There was no place on the site to do that. There was an email address.
Well,
but I think what they want you to do is to take a picture of this form and send it to them.
Yeah.
Or you can just mail it.
It says, and then it also says mail, or you can drop it off in person.
Yeah. I'm just going to mail it.
Well, shouldn't they make it so that you can do it online? I mean, other than downloading the PDF, filling it out by hand, and then taking a picture of it. There's no link on the site that lets you do it.
Is there no way that can't you fill out the PDF on your computer rather than having to download it?
No, but then you can't submit it.
You
There's
can't
no way
submit
to
it.
You can attach it to an email. You could attach it to the email. You fill it out on the PDF on your computer without
Doesn't
downloading
it just seem like they're going out of their way to make it difficult? And the answer is yes.
There should be an easier way to do that.
Yes, there should be an easier way.
Because you can register to vote just on there.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, and as we learned with this whole draft thing, they know who you are. They know how old you are. Why can't we register to vote that way? They know who I am. They know how old I am. There, I'm registered to vote. Boom, easy. No, they want to make this difficult for you. So,
but you're going to do it.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I gotta.
Just put. I'm just going to put mine because I downloaded it as well into a hard copy.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
this
I thought,
is.
Yeah, and then I thought, oh, I could have just done this. So, but I'm just going to stick it in an envelope and send it.
But my point is, they're making it difficult on purpose.
Yeah, you can. I just went to make sure you can register online.
It's easy to register online, right?
Yeah.
They're making this hard on purpose. And I think come May 25th or the weeks before that, you're going to start seeing news stories about how this was kind of difficult, and perhaps by design that it was difficult. So, yeah.
You should be able to have some privacy.
Of course. Of course. All right. We will take a very short break. We'll be back with some big boy news and a Piduendo after these. Stand by.
Vaxdan, our Radio Cup, finally has a sponsor. It's Zero Res, and this time of year brings a lot of dirt and things through your house, damaging your carpets. Vax says book your carpet cleaning appointment today. Not only do you get the fourth room free, but your animals will thank you with extra love. Go to zerores.com today.
9:18 right now. And it is time for some big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by.
It's the spring super sale at Big O Tires. For a limited time, get $100 off select sets of tires. Plus, buy 2 oil changes, get 1 free. Warm weather is calling. Make sure your vehicle's ready for every mile. At Big O Tires, the team you trust.
And don't forget,
The views expressed on X96's Radio from Hell show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Broadway Media, its management, owners, or advertisers.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
There was an article in the Wall Street Journal a day or two ago, and it's called "Is Masculinity in Crisis?" And then it says these TV shows suggest yes, it is.
oh, science, I see.
And it's just an opinion of maybe trends are going. So
well, define masculinity.
it says television is now saturated with self-doubting, affluent white male characters dealing with a world that no longer gives priority to their needs. The problem, as a trio of newish shows suggests, is that the old scripts for proving one's vaunted manliness no longer functions the way they once did, if they ever did. And they talk about Your Friends and Neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about Rooster with Steve Carell. I've seen part of Your Friends and Neighbors, and I haven't seen Rooster. And then they talk about DTF St. Louis.
Which you've been watching.
And I watched the whole thing. I watched the last episode of that last night.
What are men like in that show?
Very conflicted. Very, this is a pretty good description of it. DTF St. Louis features 2 lost male antagonists, Jason Bateman and David Harbour, playing the rarest of characters, straight men who love each other unreservedly.
Well, that's nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
It is.
We should
But
have more of that.
It is nice, but it also causes them struggles and doubts. The friends struggle with familiar middle-age maladies, cooling marriages, money troubles, stagnant careers, fatherhood. Seeking deliverance from ennui, they push the boundaries of friendship into something far more intimate and bizarre. The new rules of masculine engagement seem to drive these television men crazy. They are very touching with each other, both of them, Jason Bateman and David Harbour.
And they're just friends. They're just...
Well, they're more than just friends.
Oh, okay.
Now, I mean, I won't go into all of the details, but they love each other deeply. Truly
Okay.
love each other. I mean, they meet each other, and then they come to love each other very much. And Jason Bateman would do anything for the character that David Harbour plays.
Okay.
They're both really good. Now, I say all of this in preference to tell you, it's maybe one of the most depressing television shows I've ever watched. I don't know as I recommend it. It's very well done, extremely well acted. It's unusual the way it's put together and filmed. And the old Richard Jenkins, I think his name is, the old guy who plays the cop. He's brilliantly great in it. But it's so sad. The whole thing is just so sad.
And you watch the whole thing, so
I
it
did.
doesn't get not sad at some point?
Oh, there are funny moments in it.
Okay.
It's not unremittingly sad, no. And there are funny moments. There are moments that are really goofy. There are moments that are extremely uncomfortable. But anyway, it's so I would just tell you, if you don't want to be really sad, you maybe don't want to watch it. But it's exceptionally well done, I have to say. Trent Reznor has expanded upon what fans can expect from the 9 Inch Noise compilation album, which will drop later this week, apparently, as well as his future plans with 9 Inch Nails. Last week, 9 Inch Nails announced a new collaboration album with Boys Noise ahead of their first ever show together at the first weekend of Coachella in 2026. The record will drop on tomorrow, April 17th, ahead of the festival's second weekend. The 12-song track list will follow the same order as 9 Inch Noise Coachella set list, featuring reimaginings of songs like Vessel, She's Gone Away, copy of A, Closer, and As Live as You Need to Be, as alive as you need to be. There are also reworkings of previous side projects, How to Destroy Angels, Parasite, and Soft Cells Memorabilia. Trent Reznor said he's just very gratified with this compilation and this working with that other group. He's really high on it, and I think he's going to keep doing some live stuff. In Westlake, Ohio, a routine wellness visit to a 91-year-old Ohio resident resulted in a kind of an unexpected finding. See, the elderly woman participates in the city's Are You OK program, which provides daily check-in calls to people who are enrolled in the program.
Yeah.
People who live alone, who maybe are having health problems. Well, when she failed to answer Thursday's call, dispatchers and her daughter attempted additional contact without success. Officers responded to her residence but received no answer at the door. Police accessed her garage using a code, and they found her car inside the garage. Body camera footage captured the officer announcing, "Westlake Police," before entering the home. Radio communication revealed the outcome. "Well, we're here with her. She's playing video games in her bedroom."
Oh, it's the new Grand Theft Auto. I love it.
Authorities determined the woman was unharmed but had missed the calls while attempting to break her video game record. "Everybody got a good laugh out of that one," the dispatcher noted. This is odd. Were you high on these Allbirds shoes for a while, Gina?
No.
I guess it was another shoe.
I'm a Hoka girl.
Anyway, Allbirds. They had a really going company, and they announced that they're not going to make shoes anymore. They're going to go into artificial intelligence.
Huh?
Yeah. The move boosted shares of the minuscule market cap company. It was valued at about $21 million at Tuesday's close. The shares were under $3 a day ago. They jumped to $17 a share. The company announced it's pivoting its business to AI compute infrastructure in a release posted to the investor relations page.
What?
So they were a shoe company, and they did very well for a while. But it was starting to lag, and so we're just going to drop that and go into AI. It's odd. Doesn't make much sense.
It doesn't sound like it's.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that?
It doesn't sound like it should be legal or something. Something's going on.
I wouldn't give them any money.
Okay, well, they already asked me, and I said you wouldn't.
What?
Pretty Reckless frontwoman. Pretty Reckless is the band, I guess. Taylor Momsen. Oh, we know who that is.
Yeah.
That's an act, isn't she?
Yeah, she's
actor. Yeah.
She's Cindy Lou Who.
Oh yeah. She's been. She
Lou
has.
Who?
Cindy Lou Who.
Who's no more than two.
Lou Who. She was hospitalized after a poisonous spider bite she suffered while opening for AC/DC's Power Up tour. Momsen shared a new Instagram photo showing herself in a hospital gown with an ice pack and being wheeled out on a stretcher with the bite circled on her leg. She first revealed the April 9th spider bite in a video showing doctors treating a swollen wound and administering an injection. By April 15th, the bite caused a large purple rash covering her shin. Hospital today, show tomorrow. Poisonous spiders are no bueno, she posted. So I guess she's in a band called Pretty Reckless. She also got bitten by a bat.
She sure gets bitten by a lot
while
of things.
performing with AC/DC in Spain, and had to have rabies shot.
Is she spelunking? What's going on?
She was
Spiders
on
and
stage.
bats?
She was on stage both times, apparently.
Ozzy Osbourne cover band?
Oh. Let's see. More and more couples are apparently choosing cruise ship weddings as a cost-effective alternative to expensive destination ceremonies.
Oh, yeah, it would be, wouldn't
I
it?
can see that.
With average weddings reaching $36,000 in 2026, cruise packages offer significant savings. Carnival's basic ceremony starts at $1,799 for 10 guests.
That's not bad.
Royal Caribbean's premium package is $9,499 for up to 100 guests. However, guests must pay separately for their cruise fare,
Sure.
ranging from $560 to $7,900 per person, depending on an itinerary and cabin type. Yeah, something to consider, I suppose. Joe Perry, guitarist, Aerosmith, called the recording sessions for their recent One More Time EP with Youngblood effing amazing, after watching Steve Tyler sing for extended periods without vocal strain.
Oh.
Perry revealed that Steve Tyler sang 6 hours straight for 3 consecutive days, marking the first time he could perform comfortably since injuring his throat during their 2023 Peace Out tour. We haven't heard him sing like that in effing years, Perry said, noting that his wife Billy had effing tears watching Tyler's performance at Johnny Depp's studio. Tyler required over a year of vocal rest before attempting singing exercises again. So for a year, he just didn't sing, and he didn't even talk.
He walked
much.
around with a whiteboard. And
No, he had a horn like a harpo from the Marx Brothers. That's it. I think that's all I got.
Is it?
I think so. Let me see here.
You have one more?
I have.
Little one?
I have. Yes.
Just a small one?
Here it is. Researchers have found that a higher intake of ultra-processed foods has been associated with greater intramuscular fat in the thighs, independent of calorie intake.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's not.
Oh.
The study examined the link between ultra-processed food consumption and fat infiltration in thigh muscles in people at risk for knee osteoarthritis. Intramuscular fat, similar to the marbling on a steak, could increase the risk for knee osteoarthritis. Researchers
That's what
said.
I'm looking for in a steak.
Marbling.
I'm
Makes
looking.
it
looking for arthritis in my steak.
You want the marble?
So your thighs are tasty? Is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
If you eat processed food, you got tasty thighs.
I'm going to get eaten someday. So yeah.
I mean, the headline of the article is "Ultra Processed Foods May Damage Your Muscles." Is what the finding is. So, but if
Where's
you want
the study
marbling,
that says ultra processed food is good for you? Where's
there
that?
isn't one. Gina.
There must be.
No,
There's
no.
a contradictory
Diet
study
Coke
for
cures
everything.
cancer,
Yeah.
Gina.
No, I don't
It
think-
cures cancer because when I pour Diet Coke on the grass, it kills
Yes.
it.
This Fanta
Science.
is fresh squeezed orange juice.
Science. Bill,
Yeah?
go to Esquire magazine
Uh-huh.
and search, you should read the true crime story that inspired HBO's DTF St. Louis.
Oh, that's a real story?
Well, it started out that way.
I heard it was based on a real story.
Yeah, it started out that way. Pedro Pascal was going to be in it.
Yeah.
And then they made some changes as it went along. And
It's I would say it's really good, but it's so sad, ultimately. And my wife and I sat there and watched the very last moments of it last night and went, well, that's a bummer.
See, and I know I'm late to it, but we're watching Andor,
yeah,
and that makes me sad in a different way
yeah,
because it's
too real.
It's as timely as today's.
Then
headline.
don't watch this season of Daredevil then.
Oh, same
because it's
thing?
even more so.
Oh. Timely as today's headline.
Yes. All right. Weather?
So winter decided to show up just for today and into tomorrow a little bit, and then it'll go. When we were driving to work this morning, it was like 62 degrees. It is now 46 degrees. Showers are likely turning to snow as the day goes on, about an 80% chance of that. And we have a freeze warning in effect tonight and tomorrow night, 28 for an overnight low tonight, 30 tomorrow night. We do warm back up quickly, though. By Sunday, we'll be back up in the 70s. SALT mediation is the modern way to divorce, no court battles, flat fee mediation, uncontested services, attorney-prepared paperwork with no court appearances. Visit saltmediation.com to schedule your free consultation.
Got a message here that says there's actually studies that have found that being fat, in quotation marks, fat, is helpful as you age because it helps you from breaking bones when you fall.
Cushioning.
The cushioning.
That's what the studies say.
A cushion for the pushing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's science.
Thank you.
Can't
for
argue with
that.
that. All right, stand by.
Yeah.
So the conversation the other morning was about Conway Twitty.
Yes.
Right.
How he is my mortal enemy,
Uh-huh.
even in death. Our old friend, the Des Moines Ghost, used some AI. Put my face on Conway's.
Oh, that's just not right. That is not right.
I can tell you've never been this far.
It's animated.
It's animated, yeah.
Carrie Jackson, that if you didn't tell me that
Here, let me
your face was over it, it might have taken me a minute.
start it up. You can see it at x96.com/live there.
And as I taste your tender kisses,
This is unholy.
I can tell
It is.
Unholy.
It is.
you've never been this far before.
It is. So I merely, he sent the tweet with somewhere on another Earth where Thor is an evil ruler and a Carrie Twitty exists.
Carrie Twitty.
To which I just replied to him, "Damn you to hell."
Yes. That's unholy.
Des Moines Ghost.
You can delete it, but unfortunately, it's out there.
forever.
It's
It's
still
the
out
internet. It is forever.
My God.
Hey, do one of me as Lou Reed, will you?
Now we have Jimmy coming in tomorrow, like he does.
Mr. Santangelo?
And I found a wine-related list, and some of these things we've addressed with Jimmy when he's been here, but perhaps you don't listen on Fridays and you listen on Thursdays and you've missed some of this stuff. So
All right.
we
so
could do that.
Is it a proper list?
Yes.
Okay.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
Winemakers, wine sellers, and sommeliers were asked about the biggest misconceptions they notice among us non-wine world civilians.
Misconceptions that we have about wine.
Number one.
Okay.
The more money you spend, the more delicious the wine will be. That's false.
Yeah.
Don't think that paying more means you'll get better wine. Many factors go into the pricing of a bottle of wine, including quality, availability, demand, production cost. So many variables at play. Some less expensive wines can taste terrific, and there are many hidden gems to be found. And Jimmy actually brings us these sometimes. He'll bring something in and he'll go,
Although I would say, if you buy a bottle of wine that's like $10 or less, it is not going to be good.
Well, this says, one of my favorite wine experiences this past month was enjoying a $12 bottle of French Pinot Noir from Cambos Ferret. It surprised me by over-delivering on quality. So maybe this is a question we can ask Jimmy is, how can you tell if a lower-priced wine is going to be of a good quality? Number two, you should always follow wine critics' ratings and scores, and you'll always get a wine you like. If you've been shopping at the liquor store, you'll see
those.
The rating. Yeah.
There's a 100-point wine rating scale. So wine rated 80 is 80 and above is considered good. One rated 95 or higher is exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
But as with reviews from any subjective critic, those numbers represent informed opinions, not absolute facts. The concept of the critics' ratings and scores can create a false sense that there is only one true hierarchy of wine, or that the 100-point wine is objectively the best. Ratings can be helpful making a selection, but sometimes it's more important what you and your guests personally like.
Although I would say whenever I've drunk a bottle of wine that was 50% or less rating, I was always sad.
You were sad. I'd be curious if you could determine that.
I've been wanting to do this experiment for a while. I maintain that I can almost always pick the most expensive wine by tasting it. Like if you give me two wines, one cheap and one expensive, I could pick the one that's most expensive.
I feel like we need to do this.
That's something that Jimmy would have to
definitely
referee.
Should you put ice cubes in wine to chill it?
No.
No.
No. No. No.
No, you animals.
You put it in. You stick it in the fridge. Stick it in the fridge. Stick it.
Unless you want to really drink it right away.
Well, I see that more and more. People putting ice in their wine at restaurants, and I'm like, God.
It's that they don't like the wine that they don't like
They
wine
want
that
to
much.
water it down?
Yeah,
They're watering it down?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, I don't know who thinks this. Wine never spoils. Of course it does.
I don't think it spoils because it's never around long enough to spoil.
In warmer months, you should bring any wine bottles into the house as soon as possible. Don't leave them in your car.
Well,
Once wine is above 70 degrees, it will start to spoil, which means in the case of wine, it will start to turn to vinegar. So it doesn't even have to be open.
Oh, really?
If you've got it out in the heat. Don't stop by the wine store and keep the bottle in your trunk all day while you run errands, it says.
Now, see, we keep the wine stored in the garage.
It's cooler in there,
It's
right?
cooler in there, but I don't know if it gets 70 or above in the really hot.
Yeah.
I'll have to set up a temperature gauge or something.
See. Or get you one of them wine fridges, Carrie.
I would like a couple of them, but we just don't have the room for them.
It's a great idea to store a bottle of wine for someday. Is that
For
a myth or
someday.
true? Unless you're buying a specific wine that's meant to be aged, don't save your wine. Jimmy's talked about this
Exactly.
before.
Yeah.
Not all wines get better with age. Most wines should be opened and enjoyed now or within a year of purchasing. Sparkling wines are meant to be enjoyed fresh, so go ahead and pop that bottle now. Still wines tend to reach peak maturity around 2 years after bottling.
Again, this is a problem I don't understand in the slightest. I just don't understand. You bring a bottle of wine home, it's gone by the time you go to bed.
By the time you go to bed.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I should say by the time you stumble upstairs to bed.
Champagne should only be served in a flute.
Nope.
No, flute.
Jimmy's talked about
As
this.
a matter of fact, flutes are. I think flutes are terrible.
Because you can't get your nose in it.
Yeah, I like the tradition.
Where do you put your nose when you're drinking the flute? That's
I like that traditional. that
a coupe.
The one that's supposed to be the size of Marie Antoinette's breast.
Yeah, it's like
It's a coupe.
coupe.
Red wine should be served at room temperature. White wine ultra chilled. We talk about this a lot with.
And they even agree with Jimmy here.
You should red wine. You probably serve your red wine
room temperature.
You probably serve it too warm and
Yeah.
your white wine too cold. You should chill your red a little more.
Room temperature is too warm for a red wine.
Red wine pairs with meat. White wine with fish.
Yeah,
Not necessarily.
Nope. That's kind of old-fashioned thing.
Is good wine is good enough.
Good enough.
If done correctly, you can enjoy red wine with seafood or high-end champagne with fries. That sounds good.
Oh, there you go, Gina.
Champagne and Prosecco go with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, literally any kind of a meal.
The best way to open sparkling wine is with a big sports celebration type fizz fest. No, it's fun, but it's messy.
Well, it's wasteful.
It's wasteful.
Yeah, half of it's gone.
I pride myself on when I open a bottle of fizzy wine, champagne or Prosecco, and what you hear is.
And finally, the sommelier is there to bully you into the expensive choice. I can see where people
maybe.
would think that.
Some places that might be true.
This says, I think our jobs as sommeliers is to teach guests some of the basics so they understand next time they're ordering. I would never try to make a guest feel like they don't know what they're talking about. There's always a nice way to teach them, and that's just...
Have you ever sent a wine back at a restaurant?
I
maybe once.
We have once.
I have a few times.
And it was because it was corked. It was there was
Had cork in it.
Yeah.
I a couple of times because I said this does not suit me. I thought it would, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
And we had discussed it with the sommelier, and I said, no, this is not. And they said, and they'll just go, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, let's get you another glass then of something more appropriate. And then I've done it once or twice because the wine was just literally vinegar. It's like, oh, what happened
sometimes
here?
if they're selling wine by the glass that's gone over, or it just is a bad bottle. You can get a bad bottle at home, too.
Yep.
Ed Brass has texted in, as an avid listener, I'm curious as to what pairs with Thunderbird.
Thunderbird wine?
Anything.
I'd say probably, you like to go to Victor's for tacos. That'd
There
probably
you go.
work.
There you go.
I like wine.
There you go.
We hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Okay, we will take a break, play a song, and crawl towards the exits. Coming up after these. Stand by. Larson, HVAC, and Plumbing.
This might sound weird to say today because we're having some wintry weather, but this is the perfect time to call Larson HVAC and Plumbing and make sure your system is ready for the hot winter months.
That's weird.
It's not weird, Bill. They've just been to your house.
Yes, they have.
And mine and Carrie's.
And mine.
Because we're all part of their VIP plan where they come twice a year, make sure your system's ready to go. You should have them come check it out. If you wait until it's 100 degrees outside, it's going to be harder to get an appointment with them, and
Yes.
you're going to be suffering. Don't suffer. Call Larson HVAC and Plumbing today and get the X96 special on a 20-point tune-up and a free whole home HVAC and plumbing assessment. Surprises can be expensive. Larson's here to help you stay cool now and avoid costly repairs later. They'll just fix what needs fixing. They're not going to try to sell you stuff you don't need. So call them today, 801-930-5450. Mention X96 to get that deal. Or you can go to larsonhvac.com/X96. It's Larson HVAC and Plumbing.
Hey, this is Travis.
As many people know, I don't believe in eating meatballs. Bald meat is not something I like or want or... So I'm not sure what I should do with this.
Smash it.
Plus it's got fish eggs on it.
No.
But
Squish it.
I think what I'll do is, okay, squish it.
Squish it.
And will that make it ethical that I can do it?
Yes. There it is. It's a patty. It's now a patty.
That's right, there we go. It's now a small meatloaf. All right. If people want to ask questions.
So Bill, sometimes people buy wine and store it and save it. So that's what this is. I just wanted to make sure you knew.
Thanks for making that clear.
Is it true that you store ones with a screw top upright, but with the cork you usually lay them down?
That's right.
What are we doing? What?
Exactly.
Hi.
We're cheersing, aren't we?
I think we ought to cheer.
Look at this guy. What finger guns? It's my thing. Oh yeah. East Coast.
How about we do this?
What's
Oh,
that?
you.
How about we do that?
How about Go X96, Radio from Hell? Because that's what we're here for.
Have you heard of it?
Here at the what do they call it? The Red Zone.
The Ken Garf.
Yes.
Ken Garf
It's
Red
right
Zone.
there.
And we're awaiting our guests.
How's it going?
Are we on?
Yep, yes. Cheers.
Gina, where are you going? That is stanchioned off.
I can fit right through it. I just want to go touch them.
Do you want to go touch the what?
I want to go touch the turf.
You want to go touch the turf? I think you need to come back here, ma'am. Gina, I think it's time to come back here. Don't make me chase you.
What do you think of this place, huh? Ken Garf University Club. This is Morgan. As well, of course, with Radio from Hell. Carrie, Bill, and Gina. I think
they're 9:54.
Murray Head.
Let's see.
Tim Rice and a couple of guys from Tim Rice, who collaborated with Andrew Lloyd Webber on a bunch of stuff.
I was going to say Broadway guy.
And then a couple of guys from ABBA put together that. It was a musical. It was a concept album called Chess, and then they decided they would mount it and they actually did a musical.
I feel like I've been taught how to play chess a bunch of times, and I have not retained it because I don't keep playing it. And every time I'm like, I'd like to learn, and I sit down and I'm like, okay, I kind of remember this, but then I never go back.
Yes, I know which pieces make what moves.
Yeah, me too.
But that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
yeah.
strategies and things
Yeah.
like that. I just
My kids know how to
You don't
play.
know the Kobayashi maneuver?
yeah.
No.
See, I was when we were on the plane and we'd landed and we're taxiing and all that, and I saw that the program and the entertainment in the back had a chess program. I thought, okay, kill a minute or two,
Yeah.
and I went, okay, I know how the pieces move, but
I don't know why I
I
should.
don't know
move.
why I should. Why should I pick this one?
Do you know the
You know.
Gina? Do you or Carrie? Do you guys know the objective of the game? What is the objective?
to
get
wi-
the queen?
To win,
Well, no, not to get the queen.
to get the king.
Yeah, to put the king in
Yeah.
check,
Oh.
so that the king can't do anything. And generally, when you know the real good chess guys, they're playing along, and then they'll go. I see that in 4 moves you're going to checkmate me, so that's
Yeah,
it.
there's nothing I can do.
But that's checkmate is putting the king in so that he can't go anywhere.
I see. I didn't know that, and I'm sure I've been told that before.
You know what castling is?
No,
It's where you can exchange your rook.
that's the
Posi-
horse, right?
No, the rook is the castle.
The horse is the knight.
Yes.
That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's the king and the queen and what's the one with the little pointy
the
head?
bishop.
The bishop. Looks like he's wearing a mitre.
Yeah.
He's Mormon.
He's wearing a mitre, Gina. Mormon bishops do not wear mitres.
They should.
So he's Catholic.
Probably.
Probably.
No, actually, chess was invented by the Arabs, I believe. And that's I haven't played chess in years. That's just some basic knowledge of it I retained. Your pawn. Okay, your pawn. It can move. What moves can your pawn make?
It can
One any direction.
It can kill diagonally,
Right.
both ways.
So it can move diagonally.
But the first move you can do 2 squares, but after
That's
that it's
right.
1 square.
That's right. Absolutely. And it can't move diagonally except it can only go forward except to if it's going to take another guy, it can move diagonally. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kills diagonally.
And the horse, the knight.
It does an L shape.
Yeah, it either goes 2 up and 1 over, or 1 up and 2 over.
This is it started in.
Well, it'd be 3 up and 1 over.
Is it 3?
Yeah.
And then the bishop goes diagonally.
Just diagonally. That's all it can do.
And the queen.
The queen can go just about anywhere. Yeah.
And the queen can go wherever she wants, because she's the queen.
But the king is only 1 square at a time.
And I don't like. So when I did play chess, there was a time there I played fairly often. I like the traditional looking chess pieces, and if there's a name for them, and I can't remember what that classic. But then there are all kinds of different takes on chess pieces, and some of them you go, wait a minute, what's this one supposed to be?
So you didn't like my Simpsons set?
There is one.
King Homer and Queen Marge.
Yeah, there is one.
Maggie's the pawns. There's a whole bunch of Maggies.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's do the promo and crawl toward the exits.
Well, we hope you're enjoying your one day of winter.
I hope Jimmy the Wine Guy's bringing hot toddies for us.
Sean Means will be here with some hot new movie releases.
And we'll have some smoking boners, too.
I really don't think we should say that.
Hot Takes with Radio from Hell Friday morning here on X96.
Smoking boners.
Good enough. Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am, huh?
Woman.
Nick is next.
Kicking off nothing but great.